but we don't need to talk about that, do we? All right. Whoops. Let's close that one. All right. What the hell is monetization? No, I don't think so. Affiliates who ran ads earned up to 156% more ad revenue. Okay, well, yeah, I assume that would be the case if you actually run ads. I don't like running ads because you can't figure them fucking out. All right. Okay, so to finish getting ready, I gotta close Opera Omnia. And switch to stream. Okay, nice. All right. So now we're into the sneak peek or surprise phase just for subscribers and or YouTube people. Yeah, I got nothing. Sorry. Not gonna happen. Hmm. What if I've got something in a place it shouldn't be? Well, I'll keep an eye on things. All right. Okay. Yep. Oh, there I go. All right. Sorry about that. I was reading something. People with questionable tastes on Final Fantasy VII, I think. but that happens sometimes. I have questionable takes myself, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. So I've actually been looking forward to this for a while because Crimson Tides of Tethir was a lot of fun, but that's also not why. I meant to say Tyrants of the Moonsea looks fantastic. It's like the most recent, maybe last of the premium modules. It's got something of a history. It apparently when the game first came out and they were doing the premium module thing way back then, Tyrants of the Moonsea was commissioned, but the whatever it is collapsed before they could finish it. I guess the business deals or whatever. So the author finished it as part of his trilogy, starting with Siege of Shadowdale, Crimson Tides. And I mean, it's fantastic even like that. So when Beamdog did the enhanced edition and we ended up getting a few more premium modules, we got Darkness over Daggerford, which was great, and we got Tyrants of the Moonsea, which also looks really good. Oh, I've been looking forward to it a lot because my earliest D&D experiences on the computer involve Hillsfar. And Hillsfar is on the Moonsea and is ruled by a tyrant, historically speaking. So I'm hoping that means that we'll get to see Hillsfar. Oh, I don't want to be here. I want to be here. And I did download it, thank goodness. So I'm really looking forward to this because I love Hillsfar. Or at least I feel emotionally attached to it. And also, well, I had fun playing the earlier parts of the trilogy, so that's a plus. And apparently, Blades of Netheril, the upcoming sequel to the original campaign, done by the same guy who did this trilogy, or will be done by the same guy who did this trilogy. It's going to I swear I smell melted plastic. Okay, well, if there's a disaster here, you'll get to hear it live as I react to it. Yeah, this is making me a little nervous, actually. Okay, well, I'll just have to keep an eye out. What on earth? Okay, anyway. Probably just a cord sitting on something, maybe. I don't know. But anyway. Apparently, it's also going to be like a big maxi sequel to like original campaign, Shadows of Undertide, Hordes of the Underdark, and Darkness over Daggerford, and Tyrants of the Moonsea, and all that. So I'm trying to play everything that's supposed to feed into it. I think it'll be fun. All right. Anyway, let's see how this goes. So we'll read this part first. Explore the treacherous region of the Moonsea, including the infamous Sentinel Keep. Travel by foot and horse through the dark and mysterious lands of Cormanthor and Thar. Well, I did buy Alina one point of ride. And by ship across the pirate-infested waters, engaging in ship-to-ship combat. Encounter monstrous foes of unspeakable power in a high-level adventure that will keep you on the edge of your seat. As the old Moonsea battle cry goes, dare and beware. This is apparently a 20-plus hour high-level adventure set in the perilous Moonsea region of the Forgotten Realms, featuring new monsters, new tile sets, 35 minutes of new music, and 1,000 lines of new character voice acting. So maybe I won't have to do a whole lot of reading. Let me know if you can't hear anything, okay? Developed by Ossian Studios, based on the original module, starting level 15. I think Alina's just around there, maybe a little higher, so I'm a terrible player, so it's probably not going to be too bad. The harsh frontier land known as the Moonsea is besieged by demons. A mysterious cult has arisen, bent on death and destruction. Amid the chaos, war is imminent between the powerful city-states and their tyrannical rulers. Accompanied by the dwarf merchant Madoc, you approach the town of Vunlar, just as the worst snowstorm of the year hits. You soon discover that only you can prevent the total annihilation of Moonsea at the hands of a legendary and ancient evil. Alright. More advertisement stuff. Ooh, 5 different companions. So I'm going to regret not having any. I'm going to have 1 or 2, I'm sure. But I'm going to regret not being able to have all of them, I suspect. A lot of combat without strong martial presence. Well, we'll see how Arcane Archer does, huh? I remember doing pretty well before, so hopefully that'll be good. Well, we'll see, I guess. That's not fair that you can't sell items while shapeshifted. I feel like if a bear came up to a store with money in its mouth, well, people would probably run away, but if a bear dropped money at your feet and indicated an item, I think you'd let the bear take it. Alright, so let's see. Huh. In D&D parlance, Elizabeth is a rogue. How do her stats work? I'm actually really curious about this. She has no feats at all. I guess that's because they're all D20 modern feats. I was just curious as to what she looked like. Okay, so let's see. I've got a lot of S's in my characters. Okay, so 6, 7... Oh, I'm at level 14. Well, then probably when I log in, they'll boost me to level 15, I hope. Wait, how do I have first level and lower cleric spells? What the heck? Why do I have first level and lower cleric spells? What the hell is that? Why? How? I didn't... Is that a plot thing? Oh, maybe Ranger? No, Ranger wouldn't have... I'm confused. Something happened to my character. I don't know when or how. Okay, well anyway. I guess I'll have to poke it and see. Oh shoot, I forgot to sell my crap. Oh well, let's hope there's a merchant. I was gonna go to Zorko's and I forgot. Oh well. Oh, this is pretty though. Oh.
Winter's grip is tight around the collection of city-states known as the Moonsea. A frontier land where loyalty and kindness are as rare as the most precious gems. The Moonsea is nonetheless said to hold both opportunity and adventure, providing one can live long enough to find it. While passing through the Dale Lands, you heard rumors of conflict in the region. Though strife in the Moonsea is nothing new, these rumors hint at darker things. Demons are said to roam the countryside, and a mysterious new cult has appeared, intent on chaos and destruction. You approach the town of Vunlar during the worst snowstorm of the year. The merchant Maddock accompanies you. His skin
Well, if he's a
blue
merchant, maybe he'll
from
buy
the
my
biting
shit.
cold. A warm hearth beckons, but something in the dwarf's eyes tells you there is trouble on the horizon.
Got a traumatized dwarf with me. Maddock the Uncouth. He doesn't look terribly uncouth. The merchant you've been accompanying north for the last few days is absolutely furious, cursing and shaking his fists at the broken wagon before him.
3 days hard marching over all sorts of uneven ground, and that damn wagon is fine. Yet now we're almost within sight of Vunlar, and a blasted wheel decides to fall off.
I would be annoyed. A clearly frustrated Maddox spits once, and then storms off to sit by the fire. The dwarf's handyman, Anders, hammers away at the broken wagon. With any luck, he'll be able to make a temporary repair that will see you safely to Vunlar. Okay. You may spend a few moments in contemplation by the fire in order to focus on your abilities and any memorized spells. Okay, well that seems like a good idea. Alright, so let's pause for a second, and I don't think I've got any... What was that thing about cleric spells? That was weird. I don't seem to have any cleric spells here. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here about that, so maybe I just saw something strange. Huh. Okay, well. Let's look at my shit. Oh, I guess the blood apples from Siege of Shadowdale didn't make the transition, alas. That's alright. That's alright. Crackle Tongue. That's the sword I got from what's her name? I think I'm gonna want that. Oh, +3 in Vorpal? Jesus. This mighty sword once belonged to Queen Zoranda Star of Tethir. Incredibly sharp, sorry. Crackle Tongue is constantly alight with magical blue flames. The sword detects the presence of evil, and its flames sputter and crackle in relation to the intensity and proximity of the evil. So it's +3 in Vorpal on hit. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my martial weapon from this point on, because I don't think I can top that. That's nice. I quite like that Crackle Tongue. So let's see what else we have. Got a whole bunch of Belm plant leaves that I'm not sure mean anything. I never did end up organizing anything. I had planned to. I swear I did, but yeah, that didn't happen. Alright, I don't really have anything I need to memorize because well, let's be honest here, Alina's not the most scholarly sort, I suspect. So, okay, that's +1, that's +1. Oh, maybe I should combine them? Can I not combine them? +1 and +1. That's peculiar. There must be a difference in the graphic of the two or something. Oh, that's +6, so that's not gonna work. Okay. I don't really need 2 torches, do I? Remind me to sell that. It's not like sources are finite in this particular game, which is good because I hate that. The Rainbow Blade. Well, I still think we want to keep that because you never can go wrong with having some elemental potentially elemental stuff, yeah? Alright. Okay. Looks like I got a decent amount of room. I just gotta organize shit at some point. Bag of clothes. Oh, I never got around to identifying that belt, did I? I got a few things I haven't identified. Do I have any lore potions? I mean, because why spend the 100 points if I don't have to, right? Okay, so where are we? Not that. That's one. Another wand of lightning. Well, look. Can never have too much lightning, right? Bolt +3. Belt of inertial barrier. Oh my. There's a damage vulnerability piercing 25%. Huh. Well, I don't really want to get pierced, but so I might sell that. Unless it works better than it sounds like it does. I'll ask Rashke later or someone who knows what they're talking about, I might ask. Alright. I think that's all I need to identify. Maybe that. Dust of appearance. Okay. Alright. I do like the thought of increasing strength. So there's Matic. There's the campfire. I don't know that I really have anything I need to do anything with. Still not sure what the heck that thing about cleric magic was when I was looking at it before, but you know, I suppose it really doesn't matter. Let's rest. I rested for 8 hours. There's a draft horse. And a Matic the Uncouth. Oh my, look at this map. Well, this is looking quite swanky. Alright. Is there anything to explore around here? Because maybe there's something to see in the distance. Maybe I shouldn't have rested. I should have instead decided to explore. Oh, walk away. Well, I mean, I could enter the wagon. I might enter the wagon, but not yet. Okay, that's a river. It doesn't appear that I've got a way down over here. Possibly over there, though. Let's go take a look. Nope, that's a river. I thought maybe up here there might be a way down, but... Is there? Not really. Well, I suppose that's an indicator that I probably don't need to be wandering off just this moment. My goodness, look at this, though. This is swanky. Alright, let's save. Let's talk to people. Let's talk to Anders. He might be busy. That's fair. Let's talk to Matic.
There's a storm a brewing. A big one. I'd take a moment to rest if I were you. You might be pushing against a blizzard before you know it. Don't forget you left your gear in the wagon. Might want to get yourself equipped. Smells like danger in the air.
I think I've got my gear, but okay. Oh, and that reminds me, I have to do a review of Crimson Tide later, but... Let's enter the wagon. Adventurer's trunk. Ah, well. I'm not going to turn that down. Do we both just camp out in here when we're traveling? Because that doesn't look too bad. I always thought it'd be cool to be in a wagon caravan. Nowadays, I still kind of think it'd be cool, but I wouldn't want Wi-Fi. Maybe access to a shower. Alright,
Looks like Anders is just about done fixing up the wagon. You ready to go? Take your time. Rest. Get yourself refreshed. Don't forget your crab, your equipment.
Your crab.
Still stashed in the wagon over yonder.
Alright. So, let's scout ahead a little bit. Ah, well. Okay. Doesn't look like there's too much to be concerned about, yeah? Can I get down there? Nope. Looks like most of the map is for decoration. At least now. Maybe not later, so... Actually, I feel like this title actually works. Still. We'll keep that. I like when things line up okay. Alright, so we'll tell him we're ready.
Anders is just about done fixing up the wagon. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's be off then.
So, Vunlar.
The Sheva's rotten luck, would you believe it? The whole damn wagon's falling apart within sight of the shield headquarters. No wonder Anders scarpered a while back. What in the blasted hells are we gonna do now? Alright,
well, the shield... Hi, Starbreeze. That's fair, that's fair. I don't always. I sometimes I find it funny to put my most recent reaction there in hopes that I'll remember what was going on. It's hit or miss. I had a Crimson Tide save called the Ninja Turtles, and for the life of me, I don't know why. It was in town. Maybe... Oh, I bet I know why. I bet it was sewers. I bet I was hanging around in the sewers, and thus that's why it was called Ninja Turtles. That actually makes some sense, because I think there was a part of that adventure that was in the sewer. Maybe. Could be. Yeah. So it sometimes backfires. It is a source of amusement for me, though, when a descriptive title I used earlier is applicable now, like freezing. Okay, so The shield must be close. We can carry the goods there. Yeah, Helena's goody two-shoes. We'll go with that.
I'm too bloody old to be carrying stuff around on me back like a damn mule. Don't seem like I got much of a choice. Let's get this over with then. I'm desperate for a cold ale and a warm lass on me knee.
Well. Summer's coming up. I think.
What do you two think you're doing? The Braun has ordered everyone behind closed doors. We're in a state of emergency here. Vunlar is under lockdown.
A state of emergency? Why?
Haven't you heard? It's this damn cult. There are summoned fiends rampaging through the wilderness. People have gone missing only for their bodies to turn up all savaged and broken. The Braun fears Vunlar is their next target.
Tell me about this Braun.
Burstag is his name. He rules with an iron fist, but he's no worse than most of the tyrants in this nest of vipers we call the Moonsea. Take care not to get on the wrong side of him.
Fair, fair. You said the town was in a state of emergency.
Haven't you heard?
Oh, okay,
It's
same.
this damn
Bad
cult.
dialogue.
There are summoned
Okay.
fiends rampaging through the wilderness.
So,
People have gone missing
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
for their bodies to turn up all savaged and broken. The Braun fears Vunlar is their next target.
well, the wagon broke, and we're trying to move these crates.
That's a damn shame. I tell you what, why don't I give you a hand carrying this pretty little lot to the Shield headquarters? Of course, I'll take a little something for the trouble.
Alright.
Don't ye touch a bloody thing or I'll
Oh,
have your
maybe not.
ugly head on a pike. I've gone through too much trouble getting me goods here to have the likes of ye poking around.
My apologies, sir. I didn't realize who you were. Why don't you head on over to the inn? I'll round up a few more guards and take care of these crates here.
Okay, so the descriptive line that wasn't read says, the guard leans close to Maddock, intending to goad him, but he suddenly seems to recognize the dwarf, and his demeanor changes instantly. Is there something going on I'm not aware of?
Now that the merchandise is taken care of, I can pay ye what you owed. There's the 10,000 gold I promised. That's a ridiculous amount of money, but you were the best I could find to escort me here.
Alright, well, I'm not turning down the money, but I find that convenient that you're not giving me an explanation, dude.
You might want to head to the Shield headquarters and invest some of that gold in getting yourself geared up. If these rumors of demons roaming around be true, you'll be needing better equipment than that junk you're lugging around. Once you're done, come and meet me at the swords meet. I've got a proposal for you.
I was expecting to be leveled up to 15, because technically I'm at 14. But it is what it is. I feel like I'm fine so far. Maybe they'll level me up as we go. Alright, Dead of Winter. You've arrived in Vunlar, gateway to the Moonsea. After paying you handsomely for escorting him north, the merchant Maddock now awaits you in the Swordsmeet Inn. Apparently he has a new proposal for you. So let's see. What do we have here? The south to Shadowdale? Temple of Bane. Oh dear. I always wonder why... I guess Bane is not as, I mean, it's not a Temple of Cyric, at least, but it's not like Bane's a particularly nice guy. Then again, I mean, we are in a place that venerates tyrants in general, so maybe it's not that weird. So east to Ulash. I don't know what north is. Shield Trading Company, Boring Pig Tavern, the Luck Tower, Temple of Shontea, Swordsmeet Inn, that's directly in front of us, well, behind us. And since that's where the plot clearly moves on, it'll be the last place I go. An abandoned house and another house. Okay. And some more buildings here. Alright, well, let's do some poking around. It's a curfew, so why not? I'd like to see that Braum get in my way. Notice that the barn door has been left open a fraction. Soft light spills from within. You could probably rest in the barn. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so possible resting point. I shouldn't need to rest too often with this character, all things considered. Aline, well, maybe to get fireball arrows back, admittedly, so. Not quite like poor Sebastian, who was constantly exhausted. Alright, so, okay. Well, this looks pretty straightforward. Slip into the barn to rest. Nothing to loot, it looks like. Not that I would steal from some poor farmer, of course. Well, maybe. Okay, so that one looks good. I mean, how about this one? There's some cows. Now, I have animal empathy, so do the cows say anything? Nope, apparently not. These are not very vocal cows. I mean, that happens sometimes. Sometimes cows simply don't have much to say. Alright. Well, let's pop in to see what's going on in the Temple of Bane. Nah, too long. Alright. Oh, the temple is closed, the door locked and bolted. The bronze orders are obviously in effect. The evil temple's listening to the Braum? Oh, well, actually, though, Bane is the god of tyranny, as I recall, so... Damn it, I can feel the ends of my fingers going numb, so I guess that makes sense. With the god of tyranny, lawful evil would be what would likely be going on there. And lawful evil will generally use what laws there are to their own benefit, and thus would not be terribly likely to break the laws without a really, really good reason. Which reminds me of, I was seeing someone talk about alignment in Final Fantasy VIII, and yeah, no. Their analysis was, in my opinion, incorrect. But this is the Shield Trading Company. It was recommended I pop in here. So, Helanther Dane and a Shield Guardian. Hello. Not much to say. But I do like a shop, and I do have some shit to sell. I was kind of thinking that they were going to level me up with this module, but maybe not.
What can I do for you?
Oh, that's alright. I suppose I could have Zorko'd myself. If it's that big of a deal. As you approach, the merchant gives a pointed nod towards the towering golem standing motionless in the middle of the room. His expression indicates that he'd have no hesitation in ordering it to attack if necessary. You'll have to excuse my wariness, but these are dark times. I haven't seen your face around here before. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You wanting to trade, then? I've just had a shipment arrive, so your timing is good. Well, actually, I escorted Maddock here. Ah, you must be Alina. Word's gotten around town that you're in town. I must admit, I'm surprised to hear of your stature, signed on as a mere caravan guard. Maddock must be paying you double. He normally gets palpitations at paying more than 100 gold. 100? He paid 10,000. The merchant's eyes bulged out of his head. You're joking. That's almost half the profits the Shield has made in this last year. There's no way he could afford that. Unless... No, wait, forget it. I'll speak to him. What was it you needed? Well, that's a little sketchy, isn't it? First, there's the way that they were reacting to him like he's some sort of very, very important person, and now he's overpaying me far beyond what this merchant thinks he can. Oh, is there a description? Ah, this representative of the Shield is nearing his 60th year, and his wrinkled, weathered face seems fixed in a permanent frown. I like descriptions. I want to ask you some questions. If I had a gold piece for every adventurer that came to me asking questions, I'd double the Shield's turnover in a year. Still, it's a cold day and I could use the company. Go ahead. Well, tell me about yourself. What's there to tell, really? I grew up poor in Zental Keep. If you don't know what that means, then imagine finding a dead cat in the gutter and being grateful for having something to eat this 10-day. I left as soon as I could and came to Vunlar. Well, tell me about the Shield Trading Company. It's about the only pie in Vunlar that isn't filled with Zentrum fingers. They'd love to control us and run us out of business, but we bring too much gold into the bronze coffers in the form of taxes for them to take action, for the moment at least. Well, tell me about Vunlar. This is a small town ruled by a petty man. Still, it's preferable to living somewhere like Zental Keep or Hillsfar. Hillsfar. The folk here are grim, but generally decent and honest. If you can get on the right side of the brawn, it's not a bad place to make a living. Well, Alina would not be allowed in Hillsfar anyway, from what I remember. They're usually human only, so we'll have to see if there's a way to get in there. Well, let me see your merchandise. Aye, trade's always welcome. The prices are a little steep, I'll grant you, but the bronze taxes force them high. Take a look. Okay. Well, it seems to like me. Let's see. Looks like fairly straightforward, fairly basic equipment. Let me check my drow armor, which is +5. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here that's probably going to equal my +5. That's alright, though. It's possible that my slightly higher equipment from Crimson Tides will balance it a little since I'm starting like a level lower than is optimal. So that's not bad. Let's buy some more arrows. Okay. Do I really need these many arrows? Probably not. Am I using them anyway? Yes. Alright. Use the cheap stuff. Alright. On the plus side, they ought to be able to buy some stuff from me at least. Anything good in terms of bows? Nothing I think is going to match Crackle Teeth, definitely. But, nothing really to match my bow either. But that's okay. Potions are always good to have. Maybe I'll buy a set of... that's the one thing I really do wish one of these patches would let us do eventually, is buy in bulk. Wouldn't it be so... Oh, okay. Wouldn't it be so cool if you could just click it and buy 10 at one time? That would be so awesome. There's probably a reason why they haven't done it, because I know I'm not the only person who said that would be a wonderful thing. So maybe there's something in the interface that makes that really hard to do. Which is fair if so. Just, it's one of those things that I think longingly of real late at night. Sorry. Alright, I'll stop being silly. Let's see about selling things. I want to keep my Staff of Defense. Anything with spells is good to keep, I think. Will +5, Agility +2. Oh, it looks like there's a merchant cap. Okay, that's good to know. Fire resist, Kulnar's ring. That do anything? Ah, well. Someone gave me a ring to present to somebody, and clearly I kept it. Ring Fortitude +2. Okay. Old Master Skull key in whatever. Potion of Heroism. That sells for a fair bit. Oh, my stolen apples, which now are so non grata that you can't even see them. Oh, do I have 2 blue iron stones? What's this blue one? Because I feel like I've got a strength. Oh, that's wisdom. Never mind. Then I'll keep that, because you never know when you might need wisdom. Okay. No, keep that. Well, I don't need Soundburst, because I can't use it. Let's see if there are any of these that I can't use. Alright. It's my own fault. I had the vague intention of clearing out my inventory before moving on with the plot that I promptly forgot to do. I was even going to do it off camera. That was my plan. I think I've got another torch, so I don't need that. I'm going to keep that, because you never know when you might need to be particularly spell buffed up. I ain't a wizard, but might play one on a TV sometime. Yep. Alright, well, I don't need that anymore. Whatever clue that was is pretty irrelevant, I think, at the moment. Let's put that in there. Let's put that in there. Stop fucking switching my window. I'm doing this stuff for a reason, thank you. Want to buy some ale? I'm an ale merchant. Apparently in Storms of Zehir, you could do some, like, cool merchant trading. Storms of Zehir is one of the expansion pack things for Neverwinter Nights 2. Which did look like fun. One day I'll play Neverwinter Nights 2 modules, too. My dream is that they'd come out at some point with, like, an enhanced edition for that, because that would be fucking awesome. An enhanced edition for both would be really, really cool. Kingscar. This mighty weapon was until recently wielded by the ogre warlord Scythilis. In the hands of a powerful warrior, it could cut down entire ranks of Tetherian soldiers. It is nice. That said, I can use it actually, so maybe I'll keep it. Why? I don't know. I just like to hoard shit, let's be honest here. Let's sell this portrait I got in Tethir. I don't need it. Okay. Alright. Next batch. Oh. Another Wand of Lightning. Jesus Christ, I've got a lot of Wand of Lightnings, don't I? Another one? Wand of the Heavens. Okay, well I can't use that, so let's sell that. Ring of the Tyrant. 1 charge of Dominate Person. I've yet to really feel the need to use it, but you know, it's nice to have anyway. Alright. Ah, there's a lot of stuff that's... What does the Xander's tunic do? Actually, it's not too bad. Alright. So I've got a lot of empty bags. That's good. At some point I will maybe organize my shit and have fewer empty bags. I say, as though that had any chance of that actually happening. Which, let's be honest, there is no chance of that happening. I have a lot of... I didn't realize I had so many boxes, though. Goodness sake. Okay. Oh, Elhan's Spore Chainmail. Blade of the Nightwalker. That's what I was using before. Oh, it's a +4. Oh, shoot. Is that better or worse than Crackle Teeth, really? Crackle Teeth is +3, actually, so it might be better. Can I dual wield both? Or do I have the skill to dual wield both swords? Or can I only dual wield a sword and a dagger? Because if it's both swords, that's actually a tempting thought. That is actually a really tempting thought. Because Crackle Tongue has that Vorpal, but is a +1 less. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to think about that. I am absolutely going to have to think about that. Oops. Well, there goes that.
What can I do for you?
Merchandise, please. Thank you. Alright. I think that covers basically everything, though. A few more magic bags, always good. I'm probably okay with magic bags for the time being. So, okay. Alright, thank you. So, let's save. Alright. Oh, there's a side door. It is locked. Can I sneak in? Will it react to me doing this and attack me? Oh, need a specific key. So nope. Alright. So, that is the Boring Pig Tavern. That seems like a neat place to explore. There's also some houses up here, so let's look at the houses up here first. Although the door is locked, it doesn't look particularly sturdy. You could probably break in if you wanted. That implies that there's something to see in here. 1 point towards chaotic. Thank you. Well, I am chaotic good. Elena did start off as neutral good, but I think with all of her adventures, she just developed a keen sense of curiosity. Also, I don't know if I've established this, but I don't think Elena is a high elf. I think she's actually a wood elf. She cleans up pretty, but she's used to being out in the wilderness and not being particularly civilized, I think. Which probably explains a lot. Okay. It's a nice house. Vunlar and the Moonsea. Let's take these books. Okay, so Vunlar says, located northeast of Shadowdale, and at the junction of the roads from Shadowdale, Ulash, and Teshwave, is a small town of Vunlar. It is only slightly larger than Shadowdale, and is considered the latter's chief rival in the area. Officially, Vunlar is an independent town, but it is in fact a Zentish puppet. Although there are no Zentalar in Vunlar, the leader of the town is a direct agent of Zental Keep. Occasionally, the Zents make a few useful suggestions about how to run things, and naturally, those suggestions are obeyed without question. Vunlar is mainly a fish farming community, although the town proper is rather urban. Many farms, some quite prosperous, are found in the outer-lying areas of the town. The town is 6 centuries old, a fact that Vunlarians are quite proud of. It sprang up with the help of ambitious merchants and pioneers who saw the crossroads as a prime location to settle. This location has benefited from the town has benefited the town far more than its original founders could have imagined. A southerly landlocked location has made Vunlar a very unattractive strategic base. Because it is usually ignored by marauding bands, it has managed to remain more or less intact, something that few Moonsea cities can claim. So let's look at the Moonsea. The Moonsea is rich indeed. Gold and jewels, valuable pelts, and old ruins ripe for plundering. But it is a hard place to live, cold, brutal, and dangerous, and it makes the men who live there into something much the same, tempering the soft iron of their spirits into cold, sharp steel. The people of the Moonsea are hard and unforgiving, because if they weren't, they'd be dead at the hands of monsters, tyrants, or the cruel turns of nature herself. Quoted from Kelvin Blackstaff Aronson. Dare and beware is the Moonsea battle cry. The Moonsea, also known as the Sea of Dragons, lies nestled between Thar to the north and the Dalelands and Sempia to the south. These natural barriers prevent casual contact between the two opposing regions. The Moonsea is a cold, clear, deep lake, the color of dark amethyst, with frequent storms and turbulent weather that mirrors its turbulent past and present. It is a place where unwary adventurers can either make a name for themselves or be buried under the dark, hungry waves. The Moonsea's shores harbor a list of cities whose fame or notoriety is well known throughout the realms: Zendel Keep, Hillsfar, Flan, Melvond, and Mulmaster. Each city along the Moonsea's shores brings with it its own unique contributions, helping to shape the overall character of the area. If that is truly the case, then the cities have little good to offer. Since the Moonsea is a harsh place, the people themselves have become harsh in order to survive. Suspicion, greed, brutality, and political treachery have become the meat and drink of the region's inhabitants. But for every one city that still exists on the Moonsea's coast, there are 3 that were not so fortunate. The Moonsea is dotted with the ruins of cities and the tombs of the unfortunate men and women who built them and sought to dwell in them. In addition to the dead cities, there are the ruined castles and towers of petty would-be rulers and mages who sought solitude in order to better work on their spells of power and conquest. If things are thus, then why go to the Moonsea at all? The answer is simple. It is where legends and reputations are created and undone. If one wishes to make a name for oneself, one must take chances and face hardship. The Moonsea has risks and hardships to spare. Okay. Well, that's good background info. Let's see what's upstairs. Someone's going to come home and be like, someone stole my books. But who wants to read about Vunlar? Who doesn't know about Vunlar, considering we live in Vunlar and we are a small town? That is true. Alright. So let's go into the tavern. I suspect there'll be NPCs here. Maybe some subquests. Oh, the door's locked, yet you can hear plenty of noise coming from inside the tavern. Oh, that's interesting. Can I pick the lock? Nope, I need a specific key. Well, that's annoying. Why can't I go to the tavern? The foreboding lock tower looms above the town. The shadow it casts symbolic of the oppressive regime that rules Vunlar. Well, that's annoying. They won't let me into the fucking tavern. I want to go to the tavern. A voice calls out, "Get lost. The tower isn't taking visitors at this time." Okay. Can I talk to the guard? What are you doing out here? Get yourself indoors. I'm honestly okay. I'm pretty sure I can take whatever is going to come out. Although the door isn't particularly locked, the door is locked, it doesn't look particularly sturdy. You could probably break in if you wanted to. Well, thank you. I intend to. Oh, this place does not look like it's in great shape. Not like the other. Why don't you go to the nicer house? But there are people inside. I suspect they won't be happy to see a visitor. Let's talk to them. Mard.
'Tis a long day.
Hey, what in the nine hells are you doing? This is my home. I know it ain't much, but that don't mean you can just barge in like you own the place. Besides, we ain't got nothing worth stealing. Please accept my apologies. Here's 10 gold. The man's jaw drops, and he stares at the coins in his hand in disbelief. 10 gold? I don't have anything worth half that, milady. I don't know why you choose to bless a man in this way, but you have my thanks. 10 gold. Eh.
Well,
Aye, thank you so much for your kindness.
'Tis a long day.
Thanks again. Stay as long as you want. Oh, cool. I got another place to rest. Well, look, they seem like nice folk. It is funny when you consider like the relative economies as established in the Forgotten Realms, and it's like, yeah, the average adventure, even like a relatively minor level 10 adventure, is probably rich, genuinely rich enough to buy entire towns or countries. That dude may have never seen 10 gold in one place in his life. Well, that's alright though. There's nothing within the house but dust and cobwebs. You see no reason to explore further at this time. That's notable. It says at this time. And it's marked on the map. I have the distinct feeling I am going to be looking at that very soon. I don't know why I think that. I just kind of think that. So let's go see the Temple of Chontea. Are you also locked like the Temple of Braun? Or like the Temple of Bane? Yep. Closed. The doors locked and bolted. The bronze orders are clearly in effect. Alright, well I guess that pretty much covers everything I can look at from here, yeah? Aside from leaving the town. So let's finally go and talk to the fucking dwarf guy. The swords meet in. Alright. Though highly useful, your companions are not mere pawns to order around. They have their own agenda. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so we've got people with names. We got the innkeeper and even the Braun over there. Okay. Well, she's pretty. Sherilyn's bright eyes, quick smile, and melodic voice make her the center of attention wherever she goes. Her elven heritage is just about visible in her slightly pointed ears and exceptionally lithe figure. Well, let's talk to Bashan.
Hello there.
I heard that Teshwave is the latest town to come under attack from the Order. Let's talk to Sherilyn. This half-elven lady dresses modestly in woodland greens that do nothing to diminish her radiant beauty. The admiring glances she draws from many of the inn's patrons are at odds with the surly attitude Valerians usually display towards non-humans. But she's hot, so let's be honest here.
Greetings, friend. My name is Sharon. What brings you to Voonlar in such inhospitable weather?
I'm here as an escort to the merchant Madoc.
Really? Then you already know about the Order and the problems they've been causing.
I've only heard bits and pieces.
The cultists call themselves the Order of the
As she shakes her head.
Fang. It's only been a few weeks since the attack started, but the entirety of the southern Moonsea is already in a state of panic.
Let's find out more.
That's what's so troubling. Nobody knows anything
I asked about who
them.
the Order was.
The Order seems intent on death and destruction for its own sake. At least the Black Network has understandable goals.
The Black Network?
Shh, keep your voice down. The Zentarim, also known as the Black Network, are the true rulers of Voonlar. From Zental Keep, they govern most of the western Moonsea. We'd best not talk of this further. There's a group of them over there chatting with the Braun, and I'd prefer not to get their attention.
Fair. Tell me more about the attacks.
The Order are merciless in their tactics. They use teleportation magic to appear suddenly, summon demons and Slad-Eye to wreak havoc, and then teleport away again. Teshwave has recently come under attack. There are reports of fiends roaming the Shind Road.
Who are they and what do they want?
That's what's so troubling.
Ah, okay.
Nobody
Fair enough.
knows anything about them. The Order seems intent on death and destruction for its own
What has
sake.
been done to combat the
As of
Order?
right now, nothing. The Zentarim suspect that Hillsfar is behind the whole thing, since the Order seems to be targeting them exclusively. The cultists have so far proved impossible to track down. They're small in number, but mighty in power.
Well, let's talk about something else.
Of course. What do you wish to discuss?
Well, tell me a bit more about you.
My full name is Sherilyn Lockleaf. I like to travel, and I have a fair voice, or so I've been told. I perform at inns and taverns to make enough gold to get by, and I like to keep an ear open for the local gossip.
Would you like to travel?
The idea is appealing, but I'm afraid I cannot. Not right now. I know of others who may be interested in such a proposition, however.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me about them.
There was a grey-haired man in here earlier. He looked like a formidable warrior. It wasn't anything he said or did, but rather the way he moved. Confident and assured. Even the Braun kept his distance.
Where is he now?
He went up to his room earlier. You won't be able to go up there unless you're a guest here. Aral has shut off the upper floor to everyone, except paying customers. He's sick of thieves and adventurers breaking into rooms and stealing everything.
You can't tell, but I'm giving kind of a shifty look right now.
As well as the warrior, there's also a mage staying at the Swords Meet. He's young to have such power and quite handsome, but something about his eyes makes me uneasy. I'd urge caution if you're planning to speak with him.
Yeah, I hope he's not another Naramel. Fuck Naramel. Tell me more about the Order.
The cultists call themselves the Order of the Crippled Fang. It's only been a few weeks since the attack started, but the entirety of the southern Moonsea
Okay,
is
so it's all
already
the
in a
same
state
stuff.
of panic.
Okay, well, thanks for the info. Farewell.
Farewell to you.
Alright, well. Nice to see I think Alina's a little disappointed. She kind of liked the idea of traveling around with a fellow part-elf lady, at least. The Braun order to lockdown is bad news. We don't have the troops to repel an order attack. Okay. Hello?
It's a long day.
What are you looking at, you pointy-eared fairy?
Good business to you.
Can't remember the Moonsea ever being this cold. Feel sorry for the guards patrolling town. Waitress?
What can I get you?
Half of Vunlar is here. Never seen it so busy.
Hello.
Yeah, they seem kind of hostile. Excuse me, I'm no fucking Eladrin. That was actually my biggest pet peeve about 4th edition. I didn't mind the system changes, but all of a sudden you have Elf versus Eladrin. Like, these split-ups in like, the Elf concepts that never existed in the game before. It's like, yeah, there was various High Elves, Moon Elves, and so on, but they're not, like, separate species from the Wood Elves and so on, at least in the Forgotten Realms, until suddenly you have this Elf Eladrin bullshit. Thankfully, this is set in 3rd edition, so we don't have to worry about that. But seeing the books try to accommodate that was just weird.
Greetings.
Yeah, alright, fine. A group of men are talking near the center of the inn, studiously avoided by the other patrons. One of the men appear to be the Braum of Vunlar. Well, I'm a fairly legendary person by now. I feel like I can make conversation with some Zentarim. I got nothing to hide.
I greet you.
Get out of my face, or else. Maybe not. Let's talk to the Braun.
Hello there.
I'm busy. Sod off and leave me be. What about Gormstad?
Yes.
Why do you trouble me, fool? Well, everyone's really friendly. I guess my reputation hasn't gone up this far. I friggin' liberated Soldan Esselar, but, you know. What have you done for us lately? So there's Maddock. And someone named Errol is supposed to be around here, yeah? There's Errol the innkeeper. Let's talk to him.
Oi, what can I get you?
This burly fellow looks stressed at having to manage such an overcrowded inn. He barely glances at you as he speaks. What do you want, stranger? I have some questions. Look around. This place is heaving. Every moment I waste standing around answering your inane questions is one more complaint from a patron. Take it elsewhere. Well, I'd like to request a room. So would a dozen others. Fact is, every single room in the inn is taken. I'd be piling them into my own room if I could, but the wife is so ugly she'd scare them off. You'll need to look elsewhere. Well, that's interesting. How about a drink? Short and sweet. Choose your poison. Doesn't look like anything particularly good here. Well, I guess that means I can't go up and talk to that warrior, can I? Unless I can pick open this door. Nope. Crud. Alright, well, let's go over here, and then we'll talk to Maddock. Okay. So, There are some maids in here and a cook.
Good tidings to
I'm
you.
too busy to chat, mistress.
Greetings.
Hey, get out of my kitchen, you scallywag. Well, that's not bad. Maybe I'll leave them here because you never know. If someone attacks, they're gonna want to be able to defend themselves. I'll steal their money, but not the weapons. Spirits, holy water, and endurance. Interesting. Okay. Why do you have holy water at an inn? Well, why not? Why not? Alright, so let's talk to Matic and see what the heck's going on. Matic appears extremely nervous. There you are. I've had us a table prepared. There's bread and ale, but you might have to wait a little longer for stew. The inn is busier than I've ever seen it. Alright, well, let's talk about those things. Well, tell me about this cult. I know little more than what the guards told us. There's darkness afoot in the wilderness, demons and the like. That's why I hired you, to escort me from the Dale lands. I figured that if evil had spread as far as Moonlar, I'd need protection. Well, that makes sense. This cult, the Order of the Crippled Fang, I've heard folk call him, is supposedly behind the demon summoning. There's no shortage of crackpots and madmen in the realms who delight in unleashing fiends upon civilized lands, but few have the power to do it. Were those armed men talking with the brawn? Matic glances uneasily at them. Zentrum, the real power in the Moonsea, or at least the western half. Keep your nose out of their business if you want to avoid trouble. Alright, well, tell me more about yourself. I'd be a simple merchant, that's all. This will be my last trip for a while. I have a mind to settle down somewhere, put this life behind me. I'm getting old for it. You seem agitated. Is something wrong? It's nothing. I caught a bit of a chill on the way here, that's all. The dwarf rubs his fingers together as if to reinforce the obvious lie. You notice his hands are trembling. Alright, well, let's forget the small talk. What's your proposal? Matic glances at the brawn and his companions. I don't think this is the right place to discuss it. I wasn't expecting them here. Maybe we ought to... Uh-oh, something's gonna happen. Continue. Oh, shit. Matic, you shifty little urchin. I saw you creeping in a moment ago. Surprised to find us here? It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh. Yeah, that it has, Burstag. Good to see you. And Gorbstad, looking so well. If you'll excuse me, I was just finishing my drink. You smell alcohol in the barns of your breath. Not so fast. My friend over there tells me you've been a bad dwarf. Seems the Black Network didn't appreciate you stealing half their profits from the Symbian trade deal. They'd like to have a word with you. He smiles cruelly, revealing black teeth. What's going on here? Mind your business. This don't concern you. Why don't you just park your ass down at another table and let the dwarf guess what's coming to him? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Matic clears his throat and turns to you. If I might speak a moment, Alina, I wasn't entirely straight with you before. Truth is, I'm a merchant, but I work for the Black Network, the Zentrum. Hear me out before you rush to any conclusions. Hello, Christland. How are you? I've wanted out for a long time. I took more than my fair share from the Symbian delivery I met. Figured I'd have enough gold to stash away to pack it all in and move somewhere far away. I didn't plan on being discovered so soon, and I was your protection just in case. It's true. You didn't really think I'd pay you 10,000 gold for a quick trek through the forest, did you? So what do you expect me to do? Listen, they'll kill me for this, or else lock me up for the rest of my life in some dark cell. You can't let them take me. Alright. The brawn interrupts the dwarf's begging. You pathetic worm. Not only have you earned yourself an execution, now you've dragged this fool with you. You'll both be hanged this night, by my order. Can't we just talk about this? I'll tell you what, I didn't like your face the moment I set eyes on you. Stroll around like some big-shot adventurer and it rubbed me the wrong way. Meet me outside and we'll settle this between us. You win, the dwarf goes free. I win, you both die. Nobody interferes. I'm not sure I like how I've been dragged into this. I don't give a damn what you think. I'm gonna wait outside with my friends, taking this little maggot with me. I'll see you out there, once you've worked out the courage. Alright. All good? Glad to hear it. Matic turned out to be a Zentrum agent. Worse, he foolishly tried to steal from the Black Network. The Brawn took exception to you while apprehending Matic, and the challenge was you to a fight outside the inn. Well, alright. I hope he doesn't mind me shooting him in the face, because I don't intend to play fair. So, supposedly there's a mage somewhere around that I can talk to, but I have not seen him. Maybe he's upstairs with the warrior. Well, There's Sherilyn Lockleaf. Well, you want a good song, Sherilyn. You're about to get one, I'm sure. One way or the other. Vunlar. Oh, certain gods have taken an interest in my quest. Nice. Alright, I'll make you sorry you ever crossed me. Okay, one sec. Let's see. Rod of the Ghost. Oh. Okay. Right. Let's see if my equipment's gonna balance out the fact that I'm a level lower than I should be. Seems so far. So far, I don't seem to be doing too bad. Well, there we go.
You did it! I'm going to live!
I don't know, guy. I think these guys might have something to say about that.
We beat him! Ha ha! 10,000 gold, and you were worth every piece.
They've got crossbows.
Please kill him.
What? But the brawn agreed?
Oh.
The Brawn agreed to let you go, aye. The Zentarum won't be requiring your services any longer. Farewell, Maddock.
Can you hear the voices okay?
I'm afraid assault upon a town official is a hanging offense. Gentlemen, if you do the honors.
Sorry, just a sec. Shit. What the fuck is that? Oh. Looks like the Order might have just did me a favor.
You must fall for the greater good.
Okay. Is that too loud? Let me know, okay? Because I don't... I'm trying to fuck around with the volume and... Not sure. It's so weird in headphones, yeah, I bet. But you can hear it okay, well that's good. That's good. Maybe I'll turn it back down a little. Poor fellow. Poor Maddock. Alright, well. On the plus side, it does seem like my my equipment is balancing out the fact that I'm underleveled, so that's good.
Surrender.
And the AI likes to walk me close to people. Okay, so, where's the next one? You notice footsteps in the snow leading to Bane's temple. The sound of magic can be heard within. Well, let's go see what's going on. Maybe I can make friends with the Baneites. Seems a bit much, but you never know. Alright. Oh, there are dead priests of Bane. Oh, jeez. Kind of theoretically on the same side. The corpses of Bane's faithful litter the blood-covered snow, attempting to flee the temple. Someone, or something, is inside. Alright, well. Let's go take a look. Alright, I should probably heal myself a little bit, yeah? Before we go in, I feel like a little bit of healing kit magic might not be a bad thing. I mean, I've got regeneration, so that probably isn't all that necessary, but you know, never hurts. Vunlar, Temple of Bane. Oh.
Stand back, you fool. Let me deal with this.
That's an attitude, alright.
Infidel! How dare you invade a sacred temple of Lord Bane and slay his worshippers? I shall hang your body over the town walls for the crows to feast
I
upon.
wonder who's gonna rule the town now. Because it did kind of kill the Brawn.
I once lost an eye in similar circumstances. It's not something I care to repeat. Fool! You mock me? Do you really believe your pathetic order can threaten the might of the Zentarum? With every day that passes, the order of the crippled Fang grows stronger. You know nothing of strength. Lord Bane, grant me the power to smite this infidel. You fools never learn. What? How?
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, shit.
Zacharias, take care of this one and finish raising the town. I've wasted enough time here already.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that decision, dude. I like the autosave, though. Alright, let's see.
You must
Well,
fall for the greater good.
looks like you are... Oh, poor Gormstad. Oh, that's who that was. Okay. Come on, just hit him with the fucking arrows, friend. He's got some stone skin or something, but that's okay. Ouch. I do not like Isaacs when I'm on the other side of it. Okay. Let's try that. Maybe I am underleveled. I guess we'll find out, yeah? Okay. Oh, I should remember that I have rapid shot, shouldn't I? There we go. Let's see. There we go. Nice try, you fucking slod. Alright, well. Might as well take the shit, right? They're not using them anymore. Gormstad appears to be gone. Too bad. Priest of Bane. Oh shit. No! Ah! Really? Alright, I got the freeze bug. I just beat the fight and got the freeze bug right at the fight. That's annoying. On the other hand, it wasn't a terribly difficult fight. As it turns out, I might be a little over-equipped. But that's okay. I'll take it. Honestly, it's kind of fun. Alright. That is the downside. When you play multiple modules in a row, sometimes you end up a little bit overpowered for the next one. And I might be a little bit overpowered for the next one. But that said, this was a trilogy. Oh, heavens. It's doing that flickering thing at the top again. Well, hopefully I won't end up losing my internet connection this time. I don't suppose you see a weird flickering at the top, or if that's just me. Oh, nope. Seems like it's me. Crap. Well, let me know if my connection decides to disappear on me. Because apparently my computer's decided to be a bitch. Yeah, I know it's not responding. We'll try this again. Alright. Alright, still connected according to this. Still connected according to that. Here's hoping. Now we'll try this again. Alright, I don't see any weird flickering at the top. That's a plus. Maybe I made it through. Alright, so let's get to that nice autosave, yeah? Oh, I just quick saved. Okay. Let's make it to the quick save. Okay. Oh, where am I now? Okay, I'm in the temple. Alright. Yes, I was looting Priests of Bane. There's Zacharias. Okay, alright. Anything in that priest? No, apparently not. Okay. Don't seem to be able to loot that one, but I can loot him, and let's loot Zacharias. We'll sell some morning stars at the shop later, and... Oh, a quarterstaff of unidentified. Let's see what it is. That seems promising. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted my lore potion before. It's alright. Lore potions always seem to show up. These powerful staves were originally crafted by a cult of wizard priests that worship Talos. The blackened shafts were taken from the mighty oaks toppled during the Stormlord's frequent rages. The cult then fortified the wood with powerful enchantments and blessed the staff so that the lingering essence of Talos' anger was forever held within. Okay. Ah, welcome, welcome. You're trying to remember the name of another module that was hinted in the trilogy that this PC could be the protagonist. Well, they mentioned Darkness over Daggerford would be an alternate. There's like Alexander's trilogy and there's Darkness over Daggerford. Either one, because I think Crimson Tides and Darkness over Daggerford cover the same level range. But I feel like Eric the Red is pretty happy in his well, it's not different per se. Basically, I think if I remember the write-up, there's kind of an assumption that it's the same player character through Siege of Shadowdale, Tyrants, and Crimson Tides, but that it's not really going to be too much reference to it. If I remember reading his write-up for Blades of the Netheril, I thought it said that it was assumed to be the same person. But maybe not. At least right now, I don't see anything to say that it isn't, so we're going to be okay. And if it does turn out to be, it'll probably be a case of, these are such legendary adventures that it could not possibly be the same person. So, I don't think we're going to have a continuity issue. I did play Darkness over Daggerford, though, and that was very, very much fun. So. And remastered Siege of Shadowdale and Crimson Tides were a blast, so. I've got high hopes for this. Okay, so I got a cool quarterstaff. That's a plus. What does it do? Ah, +3. Electrical. Okay, that's not bad. Alright. Anything else to do in here? I guess that's the exit. Yes? Maybe? Unless I'm turned around again. Alright. Well, looks like the Priests of Bane aren't going to be an issue any longer either. Yep. I'll have to reread the thing about Blades of Netheril. That said, Blades of Netheril, the protagonist for that, is supposed to be the OC player character. So, it's just thematically going to be linked to the others. So, Stephen Lioness, the Penciless, will have a new incarnation yet again. Alpha, actually Alpha's dead, because I used Alpha as the parent of my Solaufen main character, and in backstory he died. Beta is okay though. The half elf who earlier introduced herself as Sherilyn draws her cloak tight to ward off the biting cold. She seems unperturbed by the demonic assault that just transpired. Oh, I think this lady's a little sketchy.
I was with the other patrons, watching you put the brawn on his hairy backside, when the fiend suddenly appeared. The innkeeper Errol immediately locked the door to keep everyone safe.
Why aren't you inside the inn?
A rock tore the doors off its hinges shortly after the attack began. We'd all have been killed were it not for the warrior Aster Greysteel. While everyone else was running around screaming, he calmly unsheathed his sword and dispatched the monster.
Oh, he seems pretty decent.
As for you, the Brawn used to be a mercenary of no small repute. Many a confident fighter has fallen before him. But you made him look like a lumbering oaf.
Oh, glad to hear that.
Anyway, Asta was joined by another guest staying at the inn, a mage by the name of Eremuth. They left the inn and returned a short time later, bloody but still alive. The fiends are all gone. Vunlar is safe, for the moment.
So where's the Brawn now?
Didn't you see? He turned tail and ran as soon as the demons appeared. Probably to lock himself in his tower. With the beating you gave him, he's unlikely to show his face again for a while.
Well, now that Vunlar's safe, I should get going.
I need to tell you something. I didn't come to Vunlar to perform for a handful of coppers. I have a larger purpose for being here. One that must remain a secret, lest I end up in the stocks. I'm a harper.
Ooh. Actually, that probably is a bit dangerous in this neck of the woods. But I don't think Alina knows what a harper is. What's a harper?
Let us not speak of this here. The town might nearly be deserted, but there's no sense in taking unnecessary risks. I have a room at the Swordsmeet where we can talk in private. Here's a spare key to the upper floor of the inn. Come and join me when you are ready.
How did you get that key?
I acquired it from one of the other patrons during the chaos. It's best if we go upstairs separately to avoid drawing attention.
Fair enough.
Who are we dealing with? Gormstad was a high priest of Bane, a man feared throughout Vunla. Whoever did that to him is an archmage of frightening power. Well, I'll see you back at the swords meet.
Gormstad went down pretty quick, I gotta say. Alright, so it would be good to rest up and get a thing back. So let's see, what do we have here? You have encountered the dark cult, which calls itself the Order of the Crippled Fang. One of the leaders, a smartly dressed, one-eyed mage, killed Gormstad during a confrontation inside the Temple of Bane. You have a feeling this won't be your last encounter with this mysterious mage. Alright. You discovered one of the leaders of the Order, a one-eyed mage, inside the Black Lord's temple. He escaped, though you managed to slay his lieutenant. Upon leaving the temple, a half-elf named Charlene Lockleaf approached and revealed herself as a harper. She asked you to meet her in her room. The swords meet in. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go rest in that... Well, if I can figure out what direction I'm running. Rest in that nice barn before I go to the inn, because I'm still not sure this isn't a trap. Oh, except maybe it is, because there's a fucking Babolith here. Well, I fought a Babolith last time, so I guess it's okay. Hi. Well, I'm gonna have to wander around and see if there are other things to kill, I suppose. There we go. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Sleep in the spiderweb. Alright. But do I not have my things back? Where's my other imbue arrow? Oh, I don't like that. What? Oh, cancelled rest. Okay, fair enough. That's alright. Okay, there, I got him back now. And there's a dead cow. Yep, comfy. Leather hide. Well, you never know when you might need or make use of a leather hide, I suppose. Alright, so I wonder if that empty house is going to have something in it, because that could be a problem. Nope. No, nothing further at this time. Alright. So let's go up, and maybe we can meet those adventurers, too. Because I could use a hireling. Oh, maybe it wasn't since it was cancelled? I'm not sure I follow you. But I think I missed the thread or lost the thread. It's okay, though. Astar Greysteel. Okay, hello. This tall, grim-looking man, he looks kind of pleasant from his portrait, regards you with icy blue eyes. His armor is splattered in blood, and yellow ichor drips from his longsword, which he holds with practiced ease. When he speaks, his voice is deep and confident. Oh, resting in the spiderweb. Yeah, you're right. It was cancelled. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Well met. I'm glad you made it back here in one piece. My name is Astar Greysteel. I went out to look for you after I killed that rock, but I soon ran into some trouble of my own. Thankfully, that wizard over there fights better than he dresses.
Where's the wizard? I don't see him, but presumably he's somewhere around. Oh, he might be up there. Alright. You must be a powerful warrior to have taken on fiends.
I'm just a mercenary, one who fights better than most. I was half asleep when the scream started, but by the time I had my armor on and came downstairs, the attack was already well underway.
What do you know about this attack?
Not a damn thing. I thought the Zentarum were bad enough, but this new group is like a pack of rabid dogs. They are merciless, and they attack everything in sight.
Who is this wizard you mentioned?
I know little of him, except that he was the only one with the courage to venture outside and help battle the fiends. You'd never have thought it by looking at him, but he fights like a demon himself.
Fair. So why would a simple mercenary risk his life to help me?
I figured I owed you one for knocking the brawn onto his hairy arse. He's a nasty piece of work, and his comeuppance was well overdue. Besides, I couldn't stand idly by while fiends tore the town apart.
Well, my name's Alina Frayne. I could use some help.
Then let us travel together for a time. The Moonsea's a dangerous place. Few brave its perils and survive for long without an ally watching their back.
Just as a warning, if you betray me, I will kill you.
Yeah, we should check out the Boring Peg Tavern before we depart Voonlar. The tavern was attacked by a slad. I don't know who slew the beast, but whoever it was is also a potential ally.
Fair, fair. Alright, so my companion is Astar. You've been joined by a gray-haired, blue-eyed warrior named Astar. Though he's well into his middle years, he remains in peak physical condition. Despite his insistence that he is but a simple mercenary, you suspect there's more to his tale than he lets on. Perhaps in time, you'll learn more. Alright, well, let's take a look at him. He's a neutral good fighter. Neutral good in this region is pretty dangerous in and of itself. Pretty strong. Alright. I do like me a meat shield. And can I see your stuff? I can. That's nice. I do like when I can see their stuff. Longsword +2. I could probably give you some better shit, dude. Let's talk about that. Alright. Oh, there's Aramith Silverwind. I guess he's the mage? Let's talk to the mage. Between his fine, stylish robes and strong sun elf blood, oh dear, one of those. This half-elven wizard makes an unlikely figure to be standing in one of the roughest inns of the Moonsea. He draws evil looks, but none have yet had the courage to challenge him. Well, elf to elf. Snooty sun elf. Let's talk.
Ah, you must be the one who led the fight against the invading fiends. Thank goodness a hero like you is in town, or we'd all be doomed.
I understand you helped too. You have my thanks. I think Elena's pretty immune to sarcasm.
My apologies. This backwater town has darkened my spirits. My name is Aramith Silverwind. Don't be fooled by my appearance. I'm as much human as I am elf, although a certain haughty noble in Waterdeep would never admit it.
Oh, bastard. He's gonna be annoying? Probably. He's still a step above Naramal right now. Certain haughty noble?
Indeed. I'm sure my estranged father wouldn't want me spreading evidence of his infidelity across the breadth of the realms. Let's just say I'm another sad result of the well-intentioned but ultimately doomed union of human and elf.
Fair enough. Do you know anything about this attack?
Very little. I'd consider myself a mage of no small power, but the sheer magnitude of the art that was unleashed by whomever is leading the cult was enough to wake me from my slumber. I arrived downstairs to find the place under attack.
I hear you helped fight off the fiends.
Truth be told, I don't know why I bothered. The wretches in this town are the most insular little lot of peasants one could imagine. I was more curious about the source of the great magic I felt. I wanted to find out who was behind it.
You know what? I miss traveling with an annoying mage. Would you like to join?
That sounds agreeable. I have no doubt you will find my services to be of great use. Let us travel together for a time and see what riches our adventures bring us.
Okay. Now, it was recommended I take a pop over to the tavern, I think, so we might do it. Half-elven wizard from Waterdeep, Aramith Silverwing, has joined you. He's highly intelligent and obviously powerful, but behind his delicate good looks and rapier wit, you sense a darker soul. His motivation for joining you seems to be the pursuit of power rather than the desire to make the Moonsea safe. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, he's chaotic evil. Okay, yeah, maybe, that could be a problem. Naramal wasn't actually chaotic evil. He was just chaotic whiny. Well, I guess we'll see. This could be a mistake to travel with a chaotic evil person, but you never know. You never know. I'm not a paladin. I'm not going to get in trouble for traveling with him, but I don't think I'm going to give him anything nice that I own for wizards, despite the fact that I own some nice things for wizards. I did not save that black robe from prior. Alright, so let's go find the tavern. There might be someone I can trade Evil Mage Naramal 2.0 for. Chaotic whiny. Alright, so let's go in the tavern. Okay, why don't I talk with my... Before I make too many harsh decisions, why don't I talk with my fellows? Alright. Oh, there's someone named Larissa over here. Ah. A vampire, maybe. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's talk to Aramith. The peasants here lack culture and any sense of style. No wonder. Vunlar is considered by most to be nothing more than a backwater, where embittered farmers cower under the gaze of their oafish brawn. This place is worse than the Daylans. We need to leave this pathetic backwater. If we can't simply force the brawn to open the gates, then we'll have to look for an alternative way out of town. Okay. Well, tell me about yourself, Aramith. My father was Gastar Hawkwinter, one of the most influential members of the famed Hawkwinter noble family of Waterdeep. He met my mother, an elven sorceress from Everesca, while she was visiting the City of Splendors during the High Summer Festival. It would be romantic to say that they fell in love, but the truth is my father conducted the affair out of boredom. When my mother fell pregnant with me, he feared for the family's reputation and hired thugs to chase her out of Waterdeep. What happened to your mother? She returned to Vereska. For an elf, especially Sun Elf, getting pregnant in such circumstances was scandalous. She did the best she could to raise me, but the constant disapproval of the other elves gnawed away at her. What became of your father? He always refused to acknowledge me, even when I went to Waterdeep to confront him. The pitiful old fool is weak and coward at heart. I have no desire to ever speak to him again. How did you come to learn magic? I left Vereska at the age of 25 and journeyed to Waterdeep. There I took up an apprenticeship with a powerful mage of the city. I recently left his tutelage to make my own way in the world. I almost surpassed him, and his authority grated on me. Okay. Well, let me ask something else.
What do you wish to know?
Can I ask you some questions? Questions. Ask away. But take care not to pry too deeply. The trauma of my childhood has created emotional blocks that are all but impassable. Alright. So what are you doing in Vunlar? I've spent the last few years wandering the realms looking for new mysteries and ways to increase my power. I recently spent some time in Corminthor, looking to investigate the ruins of fabled Mythdraenor. Unfortunately, I had a run-in with some drow and barely escaped. I was badly wounded and only just made it back to Vunlar. Town guard were reticent to allow me at first, but I soon convinced them otherwise. You don't look very human. Aramith regards you coolly with his strange golden eyes. Not all half-elves look like humans with slightly pointed ears. My mother was of very strong blood, a sun elf who could trace her ancestry back to the first elves of Faerun. Thankfully, I inherited very little of my father. Fair. I feel like that question probably reads differently coming from an elf like Elena than it would from a human. What are your thoughts on our current situation? I'm pleased you seem to value my superior intellect. I would suggest you ensure that you have sufficient magic to inflict serious damage on our foes. Fiends tend to shrug off non-magical weapons as though they were made of parchment. Alright. Thanks. That's pretty much everything, I think.
What do you wish to know?
Let's change tactics. Your arrogance is remarkable. However, since I agreed to accompany you, I'll let you decide how best to accomplish our goals. Don't help me if I fail to open a locked door. That's fine with me. I'll save my magic for obliterating our enemies. Alright. I don't want to change anything else. Not a moment too soon. That was growing tedious. Thanks, that's everything. Alright. Let's talk to Astar.
Moonlar is safe for the moment. It's fortunate the attack occurred while we were here, or else the town would be a smoking ruin by now.
True.
Well, if we're gonna hunt down this cult, then we're gonna need some way to leave Vunlar. Until the lockdown is declared over and the gates are opened, we're stuck here. I'd suggest asking around. And it must be someone who knows a way out of this damn town.
Probably. I'm guessing our Charlene friend might know. Tell me about yourself, Astar. The warrior goes silent for a moment, then sighs. I fight, Alina. I fight for gold and sometimes for glory. Been up and down the Sword Coast, all over the Western Heartlands, and to the frontiers of the frigid North. I've served in some of the greatest mercenary companies in the realms. The Flaming Fists, the Swords of Tempest, the Crimson Guard. Oh, I had an issue with those. However, my true home is here, in the Moonsea. These are my people, for good or for ill. Imagine being neutral good in the fucking Moonsea. That poor guy. It's not quite Zaknafane and Menzo Berenzen, but it's pretty rough. Tell me more about where you come from. I was born in Mulmester, the city of danger. Sail due east from Zental Keep, and you'll eventually reach it. Perched on the edge of the Moonsea like some predatory beast. Mulmester is a grim place, ruled by a wicked man and his puppet council. What was your life like before becoming a sellsword? I'd rather not discuss that right now. I wasn't always a sellsword, but that's what I find myself. Mercenary doomed to a life of wandering, unable to ever return home. So what is it you seek to gain? Esther gazes into the distance. I wish I could answer that question. Truth is, I don't know. Perhaps when a man has spent his whole life fighting, violence itself becomes reason enough to go on fighting. For now, I only wish to help you stop the order. Oh, fair enough. That seems a bit ambitious, but I did save a Tethir. So maybe I can do this. Alright, can I ask you some questions?
Yes?
Thanks, that's everything. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't turn out to be related to somebody, my enemy, like fucking Liliana. Alright. A dead Slav sprawls near a broken table. The tavern patrons, many half drunk, are looking at the blue-garbed woman with fear. Okay. Let's steal the tongue. Sell it as marital aid somewhere. She leapt straight onto that thing's back. Alright. So is that the blue-clad woman? Hope someone removes the body before it starts to stink. Well, you could do it. Alright. Bartender, bartender, bartender. Alright, well, Larissa is the only person with a name. Is she in blue? Looked more like black to me, but you know, let's talk to her. Hello.
Hi.
You can't make out this woman's features behind her hood, but something about her feels odd. She smells strongly of perfume and spices. A cloying aroma that doesn't quite hide the stench of the grave beneath. Oh dear. She draws back as you approach.
There's no need to get so close. Can't a girl have some personal space?
I'm Elena Frayne. I mean you no harm.
I'm Liressa. Fool me for picking the boring pig for a quiet drink, I guess. If it's not rowdy drunks looking for a brawl, it's howling fiends tearing the door off its hinges.
Tell me more about the slat attack.
That thing just burst in here and started smashing up the place. Luckily, I was in a good position to strike at the fiend before it harmed anybody. The green variety tends to be a bit stupid. It wasn't hard to leap up onto it and stab it a few times.
Why do you hide your face?
You mean aside from attracting random strangers eager to satisfy their curiosity? I find that most folks don't like seeing the Walking Dead ambling around when they're enjoying a quiet drink at the local tavern.
Surely you're not serious.
About the ambling part? No, of course not. I've been told it's more of a graceful stride. Look, we all have our faults. Some people can't handle their drink. Others have excessive nostril hair. I promise I don't try to eat people's brains.
Well, I guess that's definitely a point in your favor.
I've always thought so. The realms would be far friendlier to the undead if we learned to exercise greater control over our culinary habits. I fear most of us are beyond reasoning, though. If you can get 3 moans from a zombie, you can consider it a good conversation. Anyway, let me tell you my story.
I'm intrigued.
Some years ago, I awoke on a hard stone slab in a necromancer's laboratory in Suzail. He was quite surprised to learn that I retained my own body and thoughts. I used his moment of confusion to escape.
Nice.
Since then, I've been wandering the north. It's a beautiful place, especially when you don't need to worry about the biting cold. Still, it can get a little lonely. I decided I needed some company, so I came here.
Well, I could use some help on my adventures.
You're the first person I've spoken to that hasn't screamed and reached for the pitchfork when they learned my true nature. I might be dead, but I can pick a lock or sneak around as well as anyone. It's a pleasure to travel with you.
Okay. Well, looks like I got a full party. This is going to be tough to manage, but yeah, it's alright. It's not Neverwinter Nights 2, so I don't have to worry about controlling her.
Hello there.
The grimy-looking fellow stinks of ale, and the glazed look in his eyes indicates that he isn't averse to sampling his own wares. He gives you a big red-faced grin. What do you want, stranger? Why is there a dead slat in your tavern? Don't mind me that. Overgrown frog burst in through the door a short time back. Started breaking everything. The hooded woman leapt up and gave it the kiss of steel, if you know what I mean. How about something to drink? Don't we all? It's a cold night, and what better way to keep warm than with a belly full of ale? Take your pick. Alright. So, I got myself a zombie lady. The hung guard are mostly dead, and very soon there's going to be a food shortage. I feel sorry for the people here. I mean, I'm already dead, and I don't need to eat. But I can vaguely recall what it was like to be human. Once we left Funlar, we can begin hunting down the Order of the Crippled Fang and putting a stop to their evil. Then trade will return to the area. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. It's been 3 years since I awakened in my present condition. Whatever dark ritual was performed to make me undead, it wiped my memory clean. All I remembered upon waking was that my name, and a face, a young face, a boy. Who he is and what meaning he holds, I can't remember. It's like trying to find a stone in a huge black cavern. You know who did this to you? A powerful necromancer named Dragath, the Bone Mage. He keeps himself hidden from the authorities in Suzale. There's no way they'd tolerate his evil activities if they knew. Can you tell me a little more about what happened? It was like emerging from a dream. I felt myself floating on an endless void of cold. Then suddenly I was flailing around on a stone table. I managed to unlock the shackles holding me to the slab and escape. Do you want to find out who you were before? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like returning to Suzale and shaking that necromancer until he reveals every last detail of who I was and what he did to me. Other times I feel it'd be better if I never learned of my previous life. I get the feeling I wasn't a good person. Why do you say that? I'm pretty sure I wasn't a cleaning maid or a merchant's wife. I have the skills, the art of stealth, the ability to kill with a dagger thrust. Without them, I could never have escaped the necromancer's tower. Who was I to possess such skills? I mean, you could just be an adventurer. What do you need? Can I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. Do you have any means of healing yourself? That's a good question. The dead can't heal themselves the same way as the living. Don't even think about trying to cast a healing spell on me, or giving me a restorative potion. It'll only cause damage. While you might regain your strength through resting, that's not an option for me. The dead needs no rest. Fortunately, over time, my body remembers itself. Lost limbs grow back, gaping wounds close. Makes for a neat party trick. It must have its benefits. Some, I can stroll around in the freezing cold wearing only light clothing and not feel a thing. I don't need to breathe, eat, or sleep. I'm immune to poisons and venom. It can get very lonely being dead. Even animals still well clear of you. What are your thoughts on our current situation? First, dress up warm. I may be able to stroll around naked in freezing temperatures, but you need to be a little more careful. Also, look for anything, weapons or otherwise, that would prove useful against fiends and other outsiders. I do have a mace, I think, that I might not have sold. Back to my other questions. Alright. Thanks, that's everything. Alright, actually, let me talk to Aster, because I don't want...
Safe for them.
Yep.
Well, if we were gonna hunt down
tactics,
this-
please. My natural instincts are to trust in my blade and let the battle flow its course, but I'll listen to your suggestions. That's fair, I just don't want you to help me if I fail to open a locked door. I agree. My swordsman art is wasted on bashing apart doors and chests. Okay, so we're gonna let the zombie girl do that. Alright, that's everything. So let's look at Larissa. Chaotic neutral rogue. Undead. I guess it makes sense for an undead person to be neutral. She seems pretty fast. Alright. I got a fucking party. Nice. And I can fuck with their inventory. Which I probably will eventually. Alright, so I got Chaotic Evil Mage. I hope he's not going to be like Cyric level unsubtle. He's not quite as obnoxious as Nerimal yet, so I'll give him that. I can deal with an elf with a chip on his shoulder. Half elf, whatever. But Nerimal was just whiny. But still, kind of creepy thief girl with some respiratory issues and a snooty mage. This is kind of old home week. Hopefully, I won't have to murder either of them. But if they turn on me. Alright, so what else is in here? Alright. Patrons and witnesses. Let's talk to Errol again.
Oi, what can I get
This
you?
burly fellow looks distressed. Oh, okay. Questions? You know, I did help save a lot of you. Alright, well, whatever. Come on, guys. Let's go upstairs. Alright. Now let's rob everybody. Because they were afraid I'd do that. I like to live up to other people's expectations whenever possible. Alright. So let's go this way. There's an armoire. Hear the sound of gruff voices behind this door. They don't sound particularly friendly. Another Vunlar book. I've got one of these. Let's save. Party time. Alright, alright, so. Thorn, Wrist, and Zane. Let's talk to them.
Well met.
Damn it, Zane, you forgot to lock the door again. What's wrong with you? Haha, that seemed to have slipped my mind once more. Never fear, friends. The opportunity has arisen to have some fun with this unsuspecting fool. The darkly dressed man turns and gives you a smile he probably considers amiable. Hail there, wanderer. Seems you've taken a wrong turn. My companions and I were just in the middle of a rather delicate discussion. Moradin's beard, Zane. Must you go through this bloody foolishness with every sod we kill? Zane acts as though he didn't hear anything. Interruption or not, it's a cold and miserable day, and my friends and I would be heartless indeed to turn away a guest. Why don't you come in and join us for a bite to eat? What game are you playing, assassin? Just stick her with your dagger and be done with it. A quick thrust through the heart, and we can be on with our business. Zane shakes a fist at the bald man. It's all about style, Wrist. Something a barbaric tree hugger like you would never understand. So Wrist is a druid. Bloodthirsty look about him like a wild animal that has been starved of meat for far too long. His rust-colored beard is filthy and full of old food. Oh, I forgot to look at my companions. Oh well. Rabbit is a wolverine and tough as granite. And this assassin is evil sneer and mocking tone, poster child for petty villainy. Still, Zane demonstrates that even hired killers devoid of morality can take great pride in what they do. Let's murder these guys. It's all about style. The food is very good. In fact, you might even say the dessert is to die for. Thorm groans in despair. I can't take much more of this. Get out of the damn way, Zane, and let me plant me axe in our head. We've still got a busy night ahead of us, and I'll be damned if I'm going to listen to any more of your nonsense. Oh, shut up, you stinky little dwarf. I'm tired of you two scrapping my style. After we're done here, I'm going back to being a lone operative. There's no sense of dramatic flair in modern-day hired killer, is there? He shakes his head. This displays why I prefer the company of animals. If you're quite finished, Zane, I suggest we get down to business. He levels his wicked-looking fool. Blood for the beast lord. Die, fool. All right.
Here comes
There we go. Let's shoot that guy first. Wait, is my weapon ineffective? Seems okay. Alright, I'm gonna back up a little and shoot from here. Fuck it. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot at a friendly person.
May the gods have
quick in and out should do it.
if you dare.
We seem to be doing okay so far. Let's shoot him again.
Spill your guts!
I keep losing rapid shot, and Arameth is down. He's only near dead, though. He'll come back. Would help if I was actually shooting, right? Shit. Why am I not having any luck fighting this asshole? Come on, just hit him in the face, you idiot. Come on, hit him. Finally. Alright, there we go. Okay, well, everyone's back on their feet. Well, that was fun. Alright, so we got a nice battle axe. Unidentified. Boots of striding. How would you like some boots of striding? You can wear some boots of striding, right? And a contract. Oh, interesting. Okay. This rolled sheet of parchment is stamped with the official mark of the city of Hillsfar, a large stylized M set in front of a pair of crossed blades. This contract is only a few days old, it makes for chilling reading. Zane, Wrist, and Thorn appear to have been hired by Malthair, wizard ruler of Hillsfar, to spy on Vunlar and report back with news of any noteworthy events. Most disturbingly, the contract also mentions a reward for the head of one Sherilyn Lockleaf, whom the contact calls a known harper and an enemy of the city of Hillsfar. She lets Sherilyn know of this failed attempt on her life. We will. Okay. So we gave him some boots. Ah, I'm thinking she might do well with another crossbow. Well, actually, her crossbow is probably better, so we'll just sell it. We'll give her the bolts of piercing, though. Dagger unidentified. We'll keep that for now. Ring unidentified. Goodness sake. What's that alarm? What did I put? Ah, hold on a sec. I might need to... yep. It is possible my phone needs to get a bit less in terms of, or I gotta clear my storage again. That's what I get for playing games that are footage hogs. Alright, so that ring looks like it could be useful. Alright. Well, that was fun. And it looks like everybody's doing pretty well with getting their health back, so that's good. Alright, well. Maybe you guys shouldn't have just tried to kill me. I feel like that was unnecessary. Let's rest a little. And this poor Sherilyn's like, where the hell is this person? It's been like 24 hours. Oh, here we go. An undead rogue, unlike other undead, she's self-aware and harbors no ill will. Claims to remember nothing. She's a thief of almost unsurpassed skill. Well, that's good. One should always meet some nice thieves. I've got a fighter, a mage, and a thief. I guess I kind of fall in the almost thief area. Oh, I don't want to talk to Sherilyn yet. Pardon me, Sherilyn. Just a sec. I gotta rob people. Ah, I can pick the lock. Oh, Larissa's gonna do that for me. Let's talk to Leshen. Well, she does that. Hi.
Hi there.
The young man before you pales visibly when you approach.
All done.
His voice quivers. Good evening, madam. Who are you? My name's Lashen. Lashen Waters. I was doing a drink downstairs. The inn became crowded that I decided to return to my room. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Please leave me alone. I don't mean to be rude, but I came upstairs to get away from people. Are you sure you're not up to something? Something bad? I really can't tell you, so please leave me in peace. Just tell me what's wrong. No, it's nothing. Alright, well, let's see. I can report you to the authorities. Please, you don't understand. Don't report me. Hear me out first. Okay. My father was caught being overly critical of the Braun. He must have had too much to drink. He's getting over the loss of my mother. He drinks to ease the pain. One of the Braun's deputies apprehended him. After he finished beating my dad, black and blue, the deputy dragged him off to the Halak Tower. I haven't heard from him since. I tried speaking with the Braun earlier when I saw him drinking, but he told me to get lost. Okay, the Lock Tower? Yes, the Braun's personal keep in the north of town. The Braun rules the Vunlar from there, with the help of his lieutenants. There's also a big jail there, where he leaves prisoners to rot, those that aren't placed in the stocks. Who is this Braun's deputy? I don't know his name. The Braun has half a dozen lieutenants, and they're all evil-tempered to a man or woman. The female deputies are just as vicious. Okay, what are you doing here? One of the Braun's deputies is asleep in this room. He's drunk. I'm going to threaten him or steal his keys so I can rescue my father. Alright. Do you have any experience with this sort of thing? No, not exactly, but what choice do I have? My mother is dead. Without my father, I have nobody. I must do this. Alright, my name's Elena Frayne. I might be able to help. Really? You're a true hero. I don't have anything to offer you but except my gratitude. How do you plan to get into the Lock Tower? If you charge in and start threatening everyone, you risk bringing the Braun's wrath down on the town. Any suggestions? You try getting into this room, seeing if the deputy has a key, or you have to convince whoever's on guard duty to let you in. Leave the details to me. Thank you. Please rescue my father. Alright, we got a sub-quest. Nice. Alright, well, let's see what's in here. We have broken into this area. There is a mirror and a chest. I suppose I can talk to Sherilyn before I leave. Though, all things considered, I'm probably not going to do much with her. Let's give these bolts to her because she has a crossbow. Alright. Let's look in here.
Sure thing.
Thank you, Larissa. While you're doing that, I'm going to look in here. This is Lashin's room, I'm assuming. And I just closed the door on myself.
All done.
Alright. It's not like I can leave town anyway, so I might as well do subquests and main quests. Deputy Grimswold. Okay. And is he asleep? Alright. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Now I know Larissa can do something, but I'm not Larissa. Deputy Helm, Deputy Chainmail. Oh. Usable by elf, half elf, or human. Armor bonus +2. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's take that. Because we might go in disguise. Note to Grimswold. Grimswold, due to your habit for getting drunk at the meet and forgetting to lock your door, I've decided to take away your key. Wouldn't do to have some nosy adventurers stumble across it and attempt to infiltrate the lock tower. Be grateful that I haven't thrown you in the cells for gross negligence. And know that I only retain your services because your unique brand of incompetence makes us all look good by comparison. For Bane's sake, man, remember to don your armor before returning to Lock Tower. We won't let you in otherwise. We can't take chances, or we can't take unnecessary risks in these dark times. There are spies and agents everywhere. Well, I can at least go in disguise. I was gonna give this stuff to, Esther, but I can wear armor, so... I just don't like it. But disguises are disguises. Okay. Wand of Missiles, always good. And an Isaac's. Gotta love an Isaac's. Ah, this must be Aramel's room. Well, hopefully he doesn't mind me stealing his shit. Alright. Okay, so now let's talk to Sherilyn. Unless it looks like he's going to move the plot on too much, and then I will not. But I think we'll be okay. I think this is just going to be a quest.
I'm glad you came so soon. We have much to talk about. Your arrival in Vunla was fortuitous. The Moonsea needs a hero.
Well, let's start with the obvious thing. I found this note on a body and an assassin in the other room.
I was half expecting this at some point, but not here and not now. Malthea's hatred endures despite the passing of the years, it seems.
Oh, she's, her hands are trembling, by the way. Please tell me what's going on.
My father was on the Hillsfar Council many years ago, when the city was still under democratic rule. My mother was from a powerful elven family of traders that had settled in Hillsfar. When Malthea staged his coup and overthrew the council, my father was one of the few who actively rebelled. In response, Malthea sent a group of Red Plumes to arrest him. The last glimpse I had of my father before I was forced to flee Hillsfar was of a broken man, suspended in a gibbet in the center of the city.
That's monstrous. I'm sorry.
My mother was wild with grief when the news came that Malthea had decreed all non-humans must leave the city immediately. She refused to leave, but my grandfather, together with Kaelor One Hand, forced us to flee for our own good. My grandfather was a great elf, a famed adventurer before he retired to become a trader. He went to where my father hanged and killed him with a single arrow, ending his suffering. Then he challenged Malthea, calling him a coward and a murderer. He was cut down by Red Plumes, though he took several with him. The rest of my family headed west to Evermeet, but I stayed, vowing to someday gain vengeance on Malthea and free Hillsfar from his rule.
Well, it's an honorable goal.
The Harpers took me in. Since then, I've been working to undermine Malthea wherever possible. I've been back to Hillsfar twice in disguise. The last time, I was almost captured. It seems Malthea was angered enough to send hired killers after me. Well, that's my story. I'm grateful you foiled this attempt on my life, but I'm sure more will
Oh, cool.
follow.
I got my level up.
Regardless, it is time we discussed the Order of the Crippled Fang.
Okay, well, you seem to know a lot about me.
You hardly arrived here without a reputation. My contacts in Shadowdale informed me you were passing through the area.
Well, let's discuss
As I
her.
said, I'm a harper. I do what I can to make folks' lives a little better, whether they realize it or not. My past is a troubled one, and not something we have time to discuss right now.
Tell me more about the Harpers.
The Harpers are dedicated to holding back evil, preserving knowledge, and maintaining the balance between the untouched wild and civilization. Unfortunately, that makes us unpopular in places where evil folk wish to rule unopposed.
They say that the Harpers fight for then the Harpers fight for worthwhile causes.
That's what I was hoping to hear. Your reputation speaks well of you. I'm glad you live up to it.
All right, well, let's discuss the Order of the Crippled Fae.
The attack on Volnar won't be the last. I can't remember a time when I was glad to have the Zentarim close at hand. But without them, the smaller towns and villages of the western Moonsea would be unprotected. Zental Keep and Hillsfar are the two major powers in the region. Their constant tussle for control is all that enables the common folk to enjoy their freedom. The Order is upsetting the balance.
And as a Harper, you care about that.
That's correct. You know much about the world, friend. The two cities are like an ogre and a troll fighting over a captured halfling. As long as the two are distracted by each other, the halfling gets to live. A miserable existence, to be sure, but life nonetheless.
Is he scratching his back with his staff? Dude.
If the Order attacks continue and Zental Keep loses power, Hillsfar will gain the upper hand. Malthea hates non-humans with a passion. The Zentarim merely seek to control towns such as Elventree. Hillsfar would have the entire population murdered.
It's probably
There are
true.
more immediate concerns. Fiends roam the roads, and merchants are refusing to travel. Food is not being delivered, and very soon people will go hungry. The next few months could be disastrous for the Moonsea region.
Okay, well, we won't allow that to
We
happen.
have much in common. You are every bit the hero my report said you were.
They're big on the alignment shifts for dialogue. I'm not sure. Right now, I don't mind the alignment shifts, but at some point, there's going to be a couple that I'm not a fan of.
The
We'll see if I
reputation
end
of
up
amassed
undoing
speaks
them.
highly of your skills. The Moonsea hasn't seen a hero like you in a long time, perhaps since the days of Shalbal and Renner the Blade. If anyone could defeat the Order of the Crippled Fang, it is you.
Alright, will you assist me?
I will lend you whatever help I can, although I fear I cannot travel with you. My skills are more suited to observing and information gathering than to adventuring. Still, I have allies that can help.
Translation, I'm the quest giver. Gotcha.
The leader of the Temple of Shantia in Vunlar, Lady Shrey, is an old friend and a Harper ally. She possesses a key to the Eastern Gate that leads out of town. Once you leave Vunlar, you should follow the road east to Hillsfar. The Zentarim believe Hillsfar is behind the Order of the Crippled Fang. I have my suspicions that this isn't Malthea's style, but still, it's a good place to start.
Ooh. Hillsfire! I'm looking forward to that. You seem to know this Malthea well.
I know him well enough to want him dead. Steer as far clear of him as you are able. He's a ruthless man who fears nothing, and his personal power is great.
What can you tell me about it? The
It
city?
is arguably the most powerful city in the Moonsea. Malthea rules it with a tyrant's grasp, and those who get on the wrong side of him usually end up fighting for their lives in the arena.
Will there be Lefty the left-handed orc? Okay, anyway. I must travel east to Hillsfire and uncover what I can. I'm ready.
I'm afraid there's more. Hillsfar has locked its gates, possibly because of the roaming fiends, but more likely due to the threat of a Zentarim attack. War looms ever closer. The fact that you are non-human complicates the matter further. Non-humans discovered in Hillsfar are executed or sent to the arena. Fortunately, I possess a magical scroll
that
that will
explains
allow
it.
you to take on a human appearance for a time.
Now that might be how his son's Pantaloon was roaming around the city.
Here, take it. Use it once you reach the gates. Oh, and take care. Wizards with true seeing and others able to see through illusions will know your true nature immediately.
It still leaves a matter of getting into the city.
I have an old friend serving in the Red Plumes. His name is Kalor One Hand. Tell the guard on gate duty that you have urgent business with Officer One Hand. He will see that you are allowed in.
What if they refuse to fetch him?
The Red Plumes are mercenaries at heart. Offer them a bribe and they'll change their minds quickly enough. Just be sure to avoid drawing suspicion to Kalor.
Fair enough. I have more questions.
I'll answer your questions as best I can, but I urge you to make haste. It is not safe to be seen talking together.
Do you have any
and there
advice
is
for
much
me?
You surely possess more experience with this sort of thing than I do. Stick to the road, and once you reach Hillsfar, try to avoid drawing Malthea's attention. He likes to send adventurers to the arena. Remember, Lady Shrey at the Temple of Shantia holds the key to the Eastern Gate. Good luck, hero. May Tymora favor you.
Alright, well, let's level up. I'm now to 15. That's good. So maybe this is where someone who is more low level would be leveled up, but I don't know. Either way, let's see what... Oh, shoot. Let's see what level 8 does. Hail of Arrows. Holy. Area attack arrows. I like that. Alright. And then the Arrow of Death. Nice. Alright. So, let's heal. I feel like I might end up riding in this module, but I don't know for certain. So, I got the 1 point. Let's add a point for listen. It's not much, but it might make a difference. So ambidexterity, I've already got that, I guess. Even though it's separate here. Dodge, improve critical, lockdown, rapid reload. Could use an archery, but I think my dex is more than my wisdom, so that wouldn't work very well. Weapons focus, weapons finesse, 2-weapon fighting. Improve critical. Can I get that for a longbow? Nope. I think I might already have it for a longbow. I could do dodge. Called shot. Let's go with dodge. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, Temple of Shantia and the Lockdown Rescue. Well, I think the Lockdown Rescue will be a good test of our skills as a team. So, let's do that. Now, can I wear the heavy armor is the interesting question. I'm a ranger, so I might not be able to. I certainly didn't buy the feat. Who paid the Gothos? When did I get that? Ah. When did I get that? It's cool. I'm gonna enjoy selling it, I'm sure, but I don't even remember what that is. That's battle axe. Okay. It's deputy armor I've got somewhere here, but where did I put it? Alright. There we go. Oh good, I can wear it. That's only medium armor. Okay, well, you know, let's put it on. I disabled my ranger abilities, but it's a short-term thing. Okay. Let's see if they'll let me into the lock tower with it. Okay. Nice. So what time is it? Okay. Probably not going to be too late tonight, because there are some things I gotta do. But I do like a Friday night. Alright, so let's try going in.
Sorry, no can do.
One of the bronze deputies pokes his head out of the window as you struggle with the locked gate. He gives a snort of amusement. About time, Grimswold. I ought to leave you out there to freeze, you drunken stot. Wait there while I go unlock the gate. Hope you brought back a little something for your old friend Norik. There we go. Okay. Now, am I gonna have to kill him, or is this gonna work? Your companions have returned to the Swordsmith's Inn to avoid drawing suspicion. Ah, that makes sense, because they can't all come along. Too bad. I was hoping to use them as a pack meal. Alright, I'll need to exercise caution. A stealth mission. Interesting. Alright. You can't tell I'm a woman? You should be grateful you were drunk at the meet when the Order attacked. Heard Vorzens were slain in the fight, and the Temple of Bane was put to the sword. All the priests were killed, including Gormstad. Dezel is waiting for you upstairs in the training room. He's in a foul mood. The Braun docked him a week's pay for next to nothing. In case you didn't know, the bar stag took a beating at the hands of some adventurer. Alright. So let's see what we have here. Waiting to speak to you. He's in the training room. Okay. Waiting to speak to me indeed. Alright. But infiltration is fun. No one's figured out that the armor has become boob armor, huh? Well, that's alright. Thank God no one looks close. Harvest?
Hello there.
So you finally crawled out of bed, you lazy toad. Okay. Alright, so that's to the dungeons. Let's go to Battle Horror. And that's to upstairs. Okay, so let's look around a bit. Let's steal their supplies. The host tower do not appear to be nice people, so I don't feel bad about robbing them. Oh, bookcase. This must be where the Braun discusses matters concerning the Vunlar with his deputies. There's a large book at the end of the table. So there's a book on the Zhentarim. Let's take that. The Zhentarim, also known as the Black Network, is an evil organization intent on dominating the land from the Moonsea to the Sword Coast. North Sword Coast. Originally a secret society for years, the Zents have operated openly around the Moonsea area, particularly around their greatest base of operations, Zendel Keep. People who live near Zhentarim strongholds grow used to caravans with its symbol, but live in fear that someday they will see armies marching under that banner. The Black Network was founded almost 100 years ago by a dark and powerful lord of Zendel Keep, the wizard Manchun. Through guile, murder, intrigue, and his ever-increasing magical might, Manchun created a cabal of like-minded wizards, beholders, wealthy Moonsea merchants, and servants of evil Templars, whose purposes did not cross his, most notably the Temple of Bane. While Zendel Keep was nominally under the rule of Council of Lords, the real power in the city was Manchun, absolute master of the Zhentarim. Though in a small number of hand-picked lieutenants, chief among them Sememin, I met him in Darkness over Daggerford. He ran an empire of thousands of merchants, mercenaries, spies, and agents. In the years preceding the time of troubles, Manchun cemented an alliance with Fizul Chembril, an ambitious cleric of Bane, to strengthen the Zhentarim even further. In the last 20 years, the reach of the Zhentarim has extended to every corner of Faerun, forging what amounts to be a not-so-secret empire over much of the Moonsea in the north. But the Zents have also suffered many setbacks, most notably the fall of Bane, internecine strife between Baneite faithful and those who turned to Cyric, the destruction of Zendel Keep in a holy purge, and vicious feuds between Manchun's Black Cloaks and Fizul's clerics. The winner in all this turned out to be Fizul Chembril, bolstered by the return of Bane. At the time of writing, Fizul Chembril is the master of the Black Network, lord of Zendel Keep, and chosen tyrant of Bane. Oh, good for him, I guess. More Vunlar, and there's a Big Bees. Let's take the Big Bees. Can never go wrong with the Big Bees. Oh, I got Bronze Journal, so let's read it. Oh, I'm gonna need to put things in packs. This large book appears to be a journal of sorts. The final few pages are heavily scribbled with notes from the Bronze last meeting. Most of the notes are largely irrelevant, but a few catch your eye. I need to replace that drunken lout, Grimswold. We're not mildly useful as a scapegoat, should the need arise. I'd fire him immediately. The order attack on Teshwave has disrupted our food supplies. Vinlar can't afford to spare even a cup of grain. Things are going to get ugly before long. Where's that damn backup Zental Keep was supposed to send? There's strange noises coming from the town walls, and I'm starting to get nervous. I'm going to order the gates locked until reinforcements arrive. I mean, it's not unreasonable, all things considered. So, let's head down before we head up. If I can get this guy out, that'd be lovely, and then we won't need to worry about the rest, but... Ah, the gate must lead down to the prison cells. It's firmly locked and will require a key to open. Alright. I figured. So... I'm fighting at a disadvantage in this outfit, but it is what it is. Okay. Well, looks like there's some food in here at least. Yeah, somehow the rich overlords of the city never seem to end up starving during a famine, huh? Alright. Is there anything in here to look at? There is. Okay. Hope I'll be able to sell things before I leave, it occurs to me. I guess it depends on if I can get out of here without being noticed. Alright. Well, let's go in. Battle horror. One of these people is gonna realize that I'm like half the size of this Grimwald, but we'll see.
Pleasure to see you.
LeBron is fuming. Whoever he picked a fight with beat him up pretty bad. I did. Alright. Okay, this is interesting. Let's get us some arrows and cool stuff. Bolts for, what's her name? Sling. Alright. Oh, these are +2. They'll sell for pretty good. Alright. Oh, can't fit it. There we go. Alright, so let's see what Dezel has to say. I'm guessing I'm going to get some hazing. On account of... It's just kind of the thing that happens. I can always kill him, though.
What do you want?
About time he got here. Suppose Nort's already told you, but Burstegg's docked me a week's pay. Curses hurry ass. I didn't do anything to deserve it, either. Anyway, I thought I'd go and take my frustrations out on the prisoners. You game, mate? I know how you enjoy some sport. Tell you what, this time I'll do the holding and you do the hitting. We can play the old good guard, bad guard routine. I'll nod. You'd be up to it. Just don't go hitting them too hard. You know how Chady disapproves of us beating the prisoners. Let's go have some fun. Oh, well, there we go. I didn't finish looting the place, but okay. Stand up straight, Benny boy. Unless you want to feel Grimwald's knuckles across your face again. He'll answer my questions, understand? Actually, maybe I will reload. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to quit out and reload, I think. Sorry. Because I can't quit the cutscene here, but I didn't finish looting the place, so... I didn't realize we were going to shift scenes. Because I'm guessing I'm not going to be upstairs again. Come on, let me get out so that I can reload. I'm greedy. What can I say? Alright. Yep. Come on, come on. And task friend. There's a kitten waking up to come join me. Hi. You gonna come hang out? I got blankets here if you want to lay on the blankets. You can lay on your chair, or the other chair, or the treadmill. Ah, look at the stretchy kitty. He's so cute when kitties stretch. Alright, here we go. Yawn. Alright. Okay, where was I? Right here. Okay, so let's finish looting the place before I talk to him, and then go down and beat up the prisoner I'm gonna rescue. Hi. You got water in there? We should probably give you more, huh? It looks like you're getting low. Okay. Alright, have I looted everything proper? Let's find out. I have, good. Okay, so let's head up this way before I go down to the... Okay. Ah, locked and barred. Evidently the Brawn doesn't want anyone in his private chambers when he's incapacitated. Well, sucks to be him. Oh, these are kind of swanky quarters, though. Let's see if the officers have anything we can steal. Money. Money's good. Kit Kat. She's got a way of telling me she thinks she doesn't have enough water in her dish, and that's to tilt it up while she's drinking from it. So, after a game, I will give you more. Or if you run out, I'll give you more earlier. But she's got enough in there that she's not going to run out yet. All right. I was expecting to be able to loot more. There's Deputy Chady. Who is she?
Something I can do for you?
We ought to have made an effort to help the town guards when the order attacked. Burstag wasn't having any of it. Oh, she seems pretty bitter. Interesting. Always good to get a potion. You're such a weird little girl. Ah, club and some armor unidentified. Alright. So is this what, a bathroom? Interesting. And the Forgotten Realms was allowed to suggest that, well, might just be a place to bathe as opposed to a place to do other things. Okay, now let's go down. What are you up to, baby? Let's make faces at the kitty cat. Because we can. Alright, now that I've looted the place, and found at least a couple potions and money out of the deal, let's talk to Dezo.
What are you?
Alright, and we're gonna nod, and we're gonna go help beat up the prisoners. And I'm probably gonna murder this guy, because I don't think Alina agrees with beating up prisoners. Stand up straight, Benny boy. Unless you want to feel Grimswold's knuckles across your face again, you'll answer my questions. Understand? The old man's voice is weak and paper thin. Please, I'll answer your questions. But just let me have some water first. My throat is so dry. What's that? Back chat? I thought you learned your lesson when I caught you bad-mouthing the Brawn back at the meet. You can have what you're given and you'll be grateful for it. No more water till tomorrow. But this is inhumane. All I want is some water. Such cruelty. Deputy shakes his head in mock sadness. I come down here to have a friendly chat, give you some company in this lonely place. All you do is insult me. It hurts, Benny. It really does. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Dazzle throws you a wink, and his ugly face breaks into a broad grin. Grimswold, teach our stubborn friend here a lesson. Maybe he'll be less mouthy with broken teeth. Make to hit the prisoner, and then strike Dazzle. You hit the deputy full in the face, and he sinks to the floor, momentarily stunned. You should leave before he wakes up. Okay. Let's talk to him. What's going on here? What are you going to do with me? I'm a friend. Leshen sent me to rescue you. Leshen sent you. Praise Tamara. I knew my boy wouldn't forget about me. Come on, let's get out of here. I can barely walk. You'll have to carry me. You don't look like you weigh much. Let's go. Throw the old man over your shoulders with little effort. He's all bones, barely heavier than a small child. The smell is enough to make you queasy. It would seem that Bennett Waters has not seen his namesake in weeks.
I am weighted down too heavily, I fear.
Oh, shit. You dropped shit? Don't drop shit. Alright. I don't like that part. I don't mind clearing space otherwise, but that's not how I wanted you to do it, fuckhead. It's my own fault I didn't clear enough space, did I? Alright. Well, let's reload, since I know what to expect. And let's clear some space first, so that I don't end up dropping shit. Clever, though. I'm carrying this guy. That's interesting. Alright. Well, let's see about clearing some inventory space before I have to carry this guy, like more than okay. See, what is heavy enough to make a difference? The books are probably not heavy enough to make a difference, really. That definitely is, though. Okay, 187. Move that down a little. Okay, the Morning Star will definitely make a difference too, but I won't fit it in here. Okay, we'll get the Morning Stars into a different bag. Okay, anything else that's probably heavy enough to be worth shoving in here? Not really, so let's just put the book in there then. Okay, so let's see. I don't think I can put the guy in a bag of holding, though. I think that would be, like, frowned upon. Okay. I don't think these need to be here, but let's get... So the guys seem to fit in an area of about that big, so... But let's see about getting more room cleared. How big is... staffs are reasonably heavy, I guess. That can go up here. And if that's up there, then I have enough room for that. I really need to go sell my shit. I hope I get a chance to sell my shit before before I have to flee the town for causing havoc. Alright. Ooh, a lot of space in here. Let's clear some space then. Okay. It's like, what are you doing, Grimald? Inventory management, sir. Alright, I think that should be enough. Okay.
What do you want?
Alright, so now let's beat up a prisoner. Or not. If I'm careful, I'll even be able to loot it. Alright. Strike him. Okay. Now let's talk to Bernard. Rescue. Come on, get out of here. We can... Let's go. Poor guy. Alright, didn't drop anything this time. Woohoo! How much do you weigh? 50 pounds. Jesus. Okay, well. Hopefully he doesn't die. Okay. Well, if I were slightly more evil, I'd kill him. But I suppose I won't. Save. Is there anyone else in the dungeon we can talk to or rescue? Because that would be good. Oh shit, there's a dead prisoner. And a lot of rats. And a rat-gnawed corpse. Fun. Smell it. Stench emanating is truly vile.
Or prepare to meet your end.
There's shadow there? Oh no, I think it's just on my monitor because I'm a slob. Ooh, I do like a +10. Okay. Well, this is sad. All these dead prisoners. Oh, a priestess of Saloon. Well, let's get our robes. Vial of dust? Okay. Don't know what that is, but... Sorry for the priestess of Saloon. This guy really... I mean, I could take the time to just overthrow him. I wouldn't necessarily mind doing that, you know? Okay. Alright, so let's get the heck out of here. I wonder if when we're up there we're going to be met by someone who's going to figure out that we are imposters. Maybe not. We'll make our way out. Excuse me, Norik. Heading out. Bye! Thank the gods I'm out of that accursed tower. Much longer down there and I don't think I would have survived. Your son is waiting for you at the meet. The old man looks down at the rags covering his bony frame. I need to get ready to flee Vonlard. It isn't safe for me here. If you'd be so good, Alina, please inform Leshan that I'm waiting for him at home. Gods bless you. Alright, well, that worked out well. So let's head down. We'll get our... Let's get our actual outfit back on, because, this is not good stuff for me. There we go. Interesting that the disguise stuff didn't impact my spellcasting. I guess to make it feasible for mages? I don't know. Wonder how I would have done that if I were a mage and couldn't wear armor. Okay, let's...
Well met again.
I have need of your skill at arms, friend.
Then let us travel together for a time. The Moonsea's a dangerous place. Few brave its perils and survive for long without an ally watching their back.
Glad to have you. So where are my other two allies? Oh, there's Aramith. Do I need to get Larissa from,
You return.
somewhere else? I have need of your magic.
That sounds agreeable.
Alright. Oh. Where is Larissa? Do I have to find her at the other tavern again? guess so. Really, Larissa? Really? Really? Alright, fine. Guess. Oh no, there she is. Okay, good. Makes sense.
Hi.
I could use your thieving skills. You don't need to ask twice. Let's go. I like my team. They seem like good folks. Even if I didn't get to test them out in the tower. It is true, though, that even if I managed to convince them I was Grimswald, it would have been tough to explain why they were there. Where's Lashen? Lashen is gone, as is Deputy Grimswald. You have a bad feeling about this. If Lashen's been caught snooping around, there's only one place he's liable to end up. Oh, shit. Great. Oh, poor Lashen. He should have left once we said we were gonna do it, but okay. Let's go see if we can find him. Alright, should I get the disguise outfit back on? Yeah, probably. Alright. Let's get the disguise outfit back on. Where'd it go? Okay, Deputy Helm. And Deputy Chainmail. Okay. Back in disguise. That is pretty clever, though. I like that I come back and the fucking kid's gone. Alright. Poor Dad. I don't want to tell him his kid is dead, so... Uh-oh, and it's open. Fuck. That's not good.
I greet you.
Okay.
Hello there.
Back down to the dungeon, then? Ah, so maybe I should ask about in the tavern before I come all this way, huh? Well, let's reload then, because I'm lazy. Now, Sherilyn might have seen something, come to think on it. The innkeeper almost definitely did. Okay, so, where are we? Okay, we're just outside of the inn. Let's go back in and see if someone can tell us what happened to him. Before I go running off like a chicken with my head cut off. Okay, Arrow, if you could. What do you want? I'm looking for Lashen Waters. Outright, one of Braun's deputies marched him down the stairs and out the door. Said a day or two in the stocks would teach him a lesson. Farewell. So where's the fucking stocks? Alright, so. Stocks. So, where would the stocks be? Over there? I'm not sure I know where the stocks are. I suppose I could have asked the innkeeper. Well, we'll see. Well, if we can't find them, we'll go ask the innkeeper. There's some open spaces over here, though, so... Oh, there's some stocks. Yeah, I see. I see. I think I see. Maybe not. Where's the stocks?
I greet you.
Can't believe I'm still alive. Thanks for saving the town. Well, you're welcome. But I'm not sure where the stocks are. Okay. Stocks are usually outside, right? I feel like stocks are usually outside. So where would they be? Crap. I don't know where the stocks are. Let's ask real quick where the stocks are.
Oi, what can I get ya?
Alright. Shit. Stocks, I think, are usually outside. Unless they tossed them in the dungeon, but I think they would have sent them to the stocks. Like they said, stocks. But where would stocks be? Alright, so there's the thing. Where are stocks? I don't know. Oh, there's stocks. Okay. Okay. That's shit. This probably was the wrong time to save, but that's okay. Alright, it says something. There are frost-covered bones surrounding the base of the stocks. The brawn is ruthless indeed. So let's talk. The deputy is red-faced from the cold and in a foul mood. Evidently he is suffering from a hangover. What in the nine tails do you want? I'm teaching this worm a lesson. Mind your own business. Why are you punishing him? Not that it's any of your business, but I caught him sneaking outside my room. He's the son of a criminal and a nasty piece of work. He needs a couple days in the stocks to teach him a lesson. He's innocent. Let him go. Damn it, you'll pay for this someday. If I have my sword with me, fine. Take the little rodent then. You'll regret this. Mark my words. Get a bully naked. They're not gonna do anything.
Hi there.
Lashin's face is battered and bruised, but he seems otherwise fine. Thank you for chasing off the brute. Did you rescue my father? Yes, he's at your house now. Really? You're truly a great woman. Thank you. I'll go there this instant. Please join us so we can thank you properly. Okay, so which house do they go to? Waters' house. Oh, that house. I stole his books. The poor Waters guy's like, someone stole my books. Why? Alright, well. Okay, so. I know. I'll give you a reward. You may take my books. There are no books. Haha, I knew you took my stuff. Alright, Lashin.
Hi there.
Thanks, Alina. If only I had your courage.
Huh?
Oh, nice. Not only have you saved me, but you've saved Lashin here from getting himself killed. I don't know how I can thank you. Seeing you safe is reward enough. Well, I'll be damned. They don't make heroes like you anymore. I once had high hopes for Lashin, but well, he didn't turn out that way. Hey, your kid's right there, dude. Lashin showed great bravery. You should be proud. You think? Oh, cool, I got a thing. I guess you're right. We don't have much to give you, but I want you to take this. It was my wife's before she passed away. A wizard once told me it possessed some small magic. Now, we must make plans to leave Wumlar. Alright. Well, I saved a family. Let's go sell shit, because I have a lot of shit to sell. And then, we'll talk to the temple. And then, I'm not really sure. I'll probably call it a night pretty soon, though. Seems like a good place to call it a night, really, once I'm about to leave town. But maybe the priestess will have a quest for me, too.
What can I do for you?
Back again. What do you need? Maddox's dead. Dead? What are you talking about? He tried to cheat his Zentarum masters, so they killed him. God, Maddox was with the Zentarum. I knew him for years. I had believed the shield free of Zentarum influence, but it seems the Black Network has spies everywhere. Thanks for letting me know. I'll miss the dwarf, in spite of everything. I want to ask you some questions. Alright, I already did that. Merchandise. Yeah, it is kind of sad, poor guy. Oh, Ring of Invisibility, 3 uses a day. Okay, yeah, we're keeping that. I like that. Let's see what we got here. Call of Wording. Mind affecting spells and freedom. Always good to have that. Fortitude. +4, +3. Yep, just trying to reminding myself what I have. The planar mace I wanted to keep for the outsider bonus. That seems like it could still be necessary, or at least useful. A priestess of Saloon robe. Let's keep that for now. I feel like there might be a use for that. Oh, I got a small miscellaneous. I should figure out what that small miscellaneous is. Greenstone? Or maybe I didn't. Oh, small miscellaneous. Here we go. Looks like an ironstone. Charisma. Nice. Okay. Can always do charisma. Okay. Leather hide. Crossbow. Short bow. Club. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be selling that anyway. Blue lightning is definitely something I want to be keeping. Let's get leather. Can't buy any of my cool swords either, which is okay. Dex +2. I think I've got another Dex bracer. I don't know if it's +2 or not though. Okay. It's annoying when the shop doesn't have enough gold for my stuff, but on the other hand, it's pretty realistic, I suppose. Oh. Speaking of, let's take that off. Let's go sell, what's his name? Shit. Here, have some deputy chainmail. Hope you don't get in trouble for holding on to that, but okay, +4. Darts unidentified. Oh, actually, do actually look kind of nice. Maybe we'll keep those. The problem with selling things is I really just don't want to sell things. I don't want to part with my shit, damn it. Even though I know I should. Do that. Don't really need a fire agate. Sell the bullets. I don't really have a sling user after all. That was an amethyst, right? Yes. Okay. Let's put the iron stone in here, and the other iron stone in here. Yep, okay. Wonder how much gold he has left. Hope it's gonna be enough to buy my morning stars, because I got too many morning stars. There we go, morning star 1. Battle axe unidentified. Dorgan's Defender. This axe once belonged to the dwarven hero Dorgan Orc Smasher. The Orc Smasher clan was famed for its hatred of orcs and goblin kind, and for many centuries was the bane of the evil humanoids living in the Cloud Peak Mountains. One dark morning, an alliance of orcs and goblins swept down out of the mountains and invaded the Orc Smasher clan home. Following several days of terrible fighting, only Dorgan and his wife and children remained of the original century of dwarves that once made up Clan Orc Smasher. I mean, I kind of feel like this might not be completely unmerited. Urging his family to flee, Dorgan stood alone against the advancing horde, like an unmovable oak. Time and time again, he threw back the humanoids, deflecting countless attacks with his mighty axe, and shrugging off wounds that would have killed many a dwarf outright. Dorgan's family managed to escape thanks to his heroics. Upon returning to the clan home a year later, they found the fallen dwarf propped up against a mountain of orcs and goblins. On the floor they found his axe. Dorgan's name is celebrated among his kind as an example of the tenacity and endurance possessed by the dwarven race. Okay, well we might keep that for what's his name. Archer's belt. Ah, another +2. Okay. Alright. Nope. I think I've... Oh, +4. I think maybe I have sold enough that he has no money left. Maybe I can buy something and balance that out, yeah? Let's get more of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, not that one. 8, 9, 10. Okay, anything here? I'll just forget I have them. That's the problem. There's a greatsword. The Dagger of Chaos. The dagger was a gift of Targus, god of war, to Serg of Neverwinter. It originally allowed its wielder to polymorph into many forms, but magic gradually decayed. Now it is the blade itself that polymorphs from time to time over the eons. It currently takes the shape of a greatsword, and will likely remain as such for years to come. That's kind of cool. Alright. I don't need that. Well, maybe. Maybe the fighter can use that. Braces of a blinding strike. Oh my. Look at those. Beryl Van Joren was a young student in the Monastery of the Dark Moon who was seduced away from her order by the local transmuter named Virgil. To punish Beryl for her desertion, the Order's elder monks contracted a rival spellcaster to arm several of the best remaining students with these braces, hoping the braces would prove a match to Virgil's haste-inducing spells. However, the Order did not foresee Virgil's equal expertise with hindering spells, and the students have not been seen since. They're nice, though. I'm going to keep that and maybe give it to... what's his name? Alright. Well, I think that's about all I can sell, because I think my poor shopkeeper's out of money again. And, you know, some of the stuff would be good for my comrades, assuming they don't betray me. Alright. Okay. Now, let's go talk to the lady in the temple and see if she's going to have a quest for me to do. And then maybe I'm going to call it a night. I'm thinking I'm probably going to want to arm my henchmen a little better. Now, they don't... The nice thing is, like in Crimson Tides, it doesn't look like the henchmen die permanently, which is good. It always kind of annoys me when they do. Alright, some priestesses of Shantea.
Good day to you.
I pray the summer's harvest will endure the hard winter. Lady Shrey.
Hail and well met.
The blessings of Shantea upon you, Alina. Welcome to the bounty of the goddess. My good friend Shiralin had told me you would be honoring us with a visit shortly, so I opened the temple. The Bronze Fury would be great if he knew, so please say nothing of this. Shiralin told me you had a key to the east gate. That is correct. I left the safety of the temple with a couple of my priestesses after the attack to see if I could find any survivors among the town guard. They were decent men, dreadfully unprepared for such an assault. One of them had this key on his body. Sadly, few among the Vunlar guard survived the assault. These are the dire times indeed. The town is largely defenseless against the Order attack. Worse, I suspect we are at risk from a threat from within, or rather, from beneath. What do you mean, from beneath? Vunlar is very old, and there's a network of tunnels and catacombs beneath us that few are aware of. Ever since the Temple of Bane was established here centuries ago, the priesthood has laid the dead to rest in these catacombs. Gormstad and his priests have been very quiet these past weeks. I surmise from the strange chanting coming from within their temple that they were enacting unholy rituals to raise the dead, perhaps to use as weapons against the Order of the Crippled Fang. They're all dead now. Yes, and if there's one good thing to come from this attack, it's the weakening of Bane's influence here. However, it seems Runlar now has a horde of directionless, uncontrollable undead beneath it. I fear they are attempting to find their way to the surface. Do you have any evidence of this? On several occasions, priests of Bane have been spotted going to the old abandoned house in the west of town. I suspect there's an entrance to the catacombs there. Townsfolk have also reported seeing noises echoing up from beneath their very floorboards. Alright, I'll go investigate. I would advise caution. The priesthood of Bane is exceptionally skilled at necromantic rituals, and the undead down there are likely to be different from anything you've encountered before. I'd hate to see you killed before you even left Funlar. I'm grateful for your concern. I was just being polite. The abandoned house I mentioned is just west of here. Please go carefully down there. Was there anything else you needed? I wanted to talk to you about something. Certainly. I'm surprised Braun tolerates your church here. In truth, he would like to see our heads adorning the spikes on the town walls. However, Vunlar is a farming community, and the townsfolk are grateful for the guidance we provide. The Braun wouldn't dare move against us without great provocation. Tell me about Shantea. Shantea is the goddess of growing things. She's venerated by farmers and others who work the land, as well as mothers everywhere. I like to think that all of Faerun's mortal creatures are her children. Okay. Temple goods. Wish I could allow you to simply take whatever you require, but the temple is struggling financially, and I need gold to replenish our stocks in the event of another Order attack. Still, you will find our potions cheaper than elsewhere. Alright, anything useful? The Belt of Guiding Light is pretty useful, actually. Because you never know if you're going to encounter death magic. I think I will buy it. Maybe I'm overthinking, but I never think a little bit of death magic protection would be a good thing. Now, granted, I'll have to move things around, but Evertumpin's Everthrower. Oh, unlimited ammo. That's actually quite nice. Bindle Einok Tempertuppin. Supposedly based these weapons on one he supposedly saw a fire giant use. Reportedly big enough to throw a donkey 300 paces. Questioning the accuracy of this account brings the predictable retort that you'll be sorry when the giant puts your ass in a sling. He's a funny man, that Bindle. Alright, that's actually kind of cool. That is a nice thing. Maybe I'll think about that, because that might be worth something. Alright. Meanwhile, I got a potion of heal. Only one of it, though. Alright. Staff of the Holy. Can't do much with this, and I don't think Wand of Resurrection is going to do me much good. Alright. So, I have a quest. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty complex quest, so I think now is a good time to call it a night. So we're going to have an undead versus undead fight next time. Alright. I kind of figured that abandoned house, since it said something about yet, was going to be a subject of a quest, so I'm glad to be right. Alright, so let's exit to main menu, and let's see who we can raid. Thank you for hanging around with me. I always enjoy having company when I play these games. And I really do appreciate it, because it motivates me to actually finish these games. I love them, but I have no attention span. and left to my own devices, I'll look at my games and think to myself, oh, I should play those, and then I never do. So, streaming gives me a good reason to actually sit down and play the games that I want to play, and never do. So, I appreciate that. Let's see. Emmy's called it a night, it looks like, and raided Skyen. There's a few people online doing things. Who haven't I raided in a while? If you got any suggestions, I'm always glad to hear them. Rocket Son, I think, is still doing his first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII and doing fundraising for Joshua House. I'm not 100% certain I know what Joshua House is, but generally... hold on, let's take a look at what it is. Generally, folks are good at picking good charities, I think, when they do stuff for fundraising. So, what the heck is Joshua House? Oh, it's a non-profit outreach center with the hope of transforming lives. And it looks like it's for children. Looks like there's a few of them. Okay. So I'm not sure which one this refers to specifically, but I'd imagine that they can tell us. So, all right. Oh goodness, my own stream preview says that's not working. That's probably a bad sign. 1 second. I'm gonna see what my that'd be funny if it turned out to totally not work. I would be very sad. Of course, my thing is closed anyway, so all you'd see is a black screen. So that wouldn't actually tell me if this is working or not. Alright, well. Alright, enough monologuing to a black screen. Let's go raid out. As I said, we'll be raiding out to Rocket Sana, who is doing his very first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, original version. Alright. Have a good night. It was good to have you.